Is what it is, how it is. Happy morning. I know it's close to four skis. What is it, 3:50? 3:50 in the morning. Yeah, I'm a little late. I said I'll be on 3:40, but I don't, time waits for no man. It waits for nobody. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get started, this is brought to you by Powerade. Drink Powerade, not pop. This will quench your thirst. Powerade. Yeah. Gotta have the Powerade on right because, you ain't got to piss on. Our power went out today while I was at Worski's. Yeah. Yeah, power went out. I mean, it went out like, and I didn't know it was going to. I think it was the heat. I think it was the motherfucking heat. I'm waiting for my mind to get on my mind. Knows like it's gonna take a little bit because everybody be on a different time, different momentums. My algorithm's changing, so I see that it usually take a couple minutes. We're at 1 minute 30 and ain't nobody on. I, I still let it ride because the thing is, motherfucker pop on at any time. I can't. I have to. Oh yeah, yeah, fucking out there, fucking wanting to ride the lightning because they were fucking stuck on that maintenance. Yeah, that happens. I'm waiting for some people to pop up like mushrooms. Mmm. Huh? You got weapons, huh? Well, we got weapons too. Let me turn on another light so you can see through. Don't make me get on your mother. I'm telling you. Oh, I see a like. Is that my mod that just came through? Oh, hey, what's happening, mod? What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? Ooh, yeah, I can feel it. Ooh, I can feel it. I don't know who's on this morning, but we're gonna find out real quick. You know what happens. How you doing? How you doing? I see that you're saying hi, Bob. How you doing, huh? How you doing? Ready with that whip? Got them. You got them plots pre-dug? Oh yeah. I think I was one of Spartacus's generals in a past life. And you got them plots pre-dig because people been Oh, Pena Bonsa and Chekakiv. What's up? Hi. What's happening? What's happening? What's up? I just got off Worski's. Yeah. I just got off fucking work. Welcome to the channel. If you ain't always, I'm not gonna say it. You do what you want to do. I just got off Worski's. Another fucking 10 and a half hours, almost 11 hours. I'm already in the OT. I got 2 more days of this week. Today's my day off and I'm going in. Damn, I just went from 3 to 11. Damn, what's going to happen now? It's like Michael Jackson. Ooh, I'm telling you, I'm going to whoop that ass. I just got off work, so I'm on here to let you, because people been patiently waiting to know when was going to be the next episode. Yeah, I got off work at like 2:30, 2:40. Yesterday was like, it was a bit rough, but. Oh, hey, Subin. How you doing, brother? I'm straight. I'm Gucci. I'm happy as hell. I got a lot of crazy shit done yesterday. Jaden Lombard. Hi. What up, though? What's happening? Early bird gets a worm. I see we got a lot of early bird gets a worm. First come, first serve. In for a penny, in for a pound. Uh-oh, look at. How are you? I am, how am I? I'm the bee's knees and the cat's pajamas. Oh, yes. I can elaborate if you want me to. I can elaborate. Yeah, for sure. Welcome to the channel. You know Chapira, brother. What? Hey, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but there's already plots pre-dug and pre-paid for by you guys. So if somebody wants to start causing ripples, you know what's gonna happen. Hey, you want to? Hey, mod, plot the rules. Hey, looks like the plot's gonna thicken. We're gonna have to stir it up like stew. Hey, how you doing? Name and Wadawa? Jaden Lombard. Shout out to Jamin Lombard. Welcome to the channel. Everybody shout, hey, I want everybody to say hi. Wall behind me is antique. Yeah, you're fucking right. You're fucking right. Nostalgia. Nostalgia. Yeah. If that's what you want to do, Goku spams, I can tell by your name that you up to no good, huh? I can just tell by that name that you up to no good, huh? No, seriously. Hey, look at that, Bob. Hey, look at that. Goku spams. Oh, you want some Gung Kong Kampaiha, huh? Hata Pawa. Bye-bye. And you'll be next. Looks like somebody wasn't listening. Somebody wasn't listening. You want to be next, Gung Kong Kampaiwa? Hata Pawa. Yeah, see? Night-night. Motherfucker ain't even bright, and you motherfucker went night-night, took a dirt nap. I don't know why you guys got to jump on your body like that. I don't know why. You know, good things have been happening, so I hope good things have been happening to y'all. You know, I got a lot of good shit done yesterday. You said, why is it with you always shot this? This ain't, what do you want to call this? What do you want to call this? Damn. What do you want to call this? Oh, from Antarctica? Hell yeah. I hope you, hey, I know out there sometime, or inside, wherever, because it doesn't sun, like, they got to wear light hats. You got to wear light hats so you don't go depressed. Because if so, I gotta give you admiration, because to wear a hat just so you don't go, because the dark will keep you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that's almost like common knowledge. I hope you ain't gotta go through that. Hold on here. What the fuck did you just say, number Z? No, you might be going up and down, in and out, but you gonna go down and you gonna take a dirt nap, because who the fuck says that shit? We're not making. You know, that's almost like motherfucker that says some other bullshit. Really, hey, you really want that fuck? There ain't gonna be no belt to ass tonight. The whip is straight out. The mod's got the whip. Flesh will be torn from bone, like it has to every night. There's always somebody on here that wants to fucking throw caution at the wind. No. Whose scream name? You're sorry? Oh, well, what is he? Alien vs. Predator? I thought you were insinuating something. Like, you can insinuate what the fuck you want. You could fucking say that I'm an astronaut and you're a commandant, but that don't fucking mean anything. I just got off Worskies. Yeah. And all week, 10 and a half, 11-hour days. So I'm already in the OT. Later on today is my day off, so it's nothing but OT. And then Saturday's nothing but OT. So yeah, I got a gobstomper coming. And fuck that. Whoever's on here trying to jump out their body, calm down. Behave. I shouldn't have to tell people to behave on here, because my mod's not going to. My mod's just going to fucking steamroll you after you take a dirt nap, because you guys already prepaid for the plots. That's why they're already pre-dug. So if you want to take a dirt nap, just keep up with the fucking shit. How about that? Just like if you were out fucking swimming and you start drowning. You ain't going to get a life raft. You motherfucker going to throw you a cinder block. Yeah, keep it polite, and I'll keep it polite. Otherwise, guess what? It won't be delight. It'll be fright. And it might be morning, but it's still dark at night. And you know what they say? Evil lurks. I come home to try to give you guys a peace of mind, just like me. But no, seriously, you want to know why I'm so happy? SS. As long as you back on some good shit. SS, Mr. SS. You know, as long as you're not part of the Gestapo, we don't play that shit. And I don't give a fuck if I'm part German. We don't play that shit. As long as you're not part of the Gestapo, I don't give a fuck. You can stay, you can do what you want, but just remember, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You guys have been warned by the mod. I ain't gonna have to say nothing, and if I do, that's when the motherfucker gonna ride the lightning. Oh yeah, but I don't want none of that. I don't want no negativity. But if people gonna open that door, we gonna walk through it. You start it, I finish it. I'm gonna finish it by default. But what I'm happy about, fuck all the bullshit. You wanna know what I'm happy about? Yeah, I am chill. This is chill for me, but you know what the fuck I'm happy about? I was actually able to fucking get all my shit set up today. Yeah. Because, you know, it took a while. It took like 2 weeks for, you know, my medical to clear. You know, I was still able to work and get paid, but like I couldn't get into my account. So I had to redo everything. So like my 401k, it was set at like 3%. I bumped that bitch up to 8%. And then for stock, you know, and then I dumped. Every 2 weeks I get 100 taken out from my stock. So like, I don't give a shit. I don't know. Why are you on my fucking channel? You yapping that fucking hole, that sewer in your fucking mouth you call a face. Because you could take a fucking dump. You're going to take a dirt nap right away. You see in between your shit? You see that smiley face and that thumb? That's who's going to make you take a fucking dirt nap. What am I yapping about? I'm yapping about how many hours I've got in already. And it's not about money. It's about keeping busy. You know, my job filled a big void. And before that void was there, it was nothing but negativity. That's what I be doing. I set goals for myself. So you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Like I said, you know, I ain't got to make shit up. All I know is, you know, people need to start learning. Oh no, oh no, oh Lord, somebody else is going to get popped. Or the hole for you so you get dumped in it once you get slumped. Yeah, see? Night, night. Take a fucking dirt nap. Get on with your fucking self. Rotate. Stop diluting yourself. We're not here to fucking play games. This ain't a fucking game. So if you want to keep on fucking around and going playing, I ain't got time for fucking around and horse playing. You think you fucking making a lick? I used to hit licks and you to stain. Fuck what you talking about. Yeah, you're fucking right. Another one under the belt, and that's not what we about. But guess what? Another one on the trophy wall. Yeah. Everybody who's been slumped is on her drag. And on my drag wall. So guess what? I don't give a fuck. We're gonna double it up. Watch this. Watch this. Let me ask you guys something. Are you guys happy with your life right now? Or does anybody want any change in their life? Because I'll tell you this right now. I'm going on what now? What, today's Friday? 8 days I've had my license. 8 days I've had my license. And I still wake up forgetting I have it because I've never had a license in my entire fucking life. Yeah, hell's where that motherfucking devil got put and got banished to. Why do you think he can't come out of it? That's what happens when he started revolting. A third of those fucking angels had to turn. He's not the one to worry about. Why are you worried about somebody who can't come out of the place that you're gonna pull yourself into? He ain't gonna pull you into temptation. Gonna get you. You better exercise some restraint and impulse control. You better act like you know, even if you don't. Fuck what you talking about. Hey, I'm here to prevent you guys from on the bullshit. Anybody who's following me knows. And I'll let you know this right now. Yesterday was a really good live. Even with hey. When you're doing something positive, you're always going to have somebody who's misunderstood, or haters, or, you know, they just straight gonna, like, homie, guess what? You heard him. Like, hey, like fucking, what was it? Like Home Alone, guess what? I'm back. And like I said, it's SS again. It's SS again. Let's hope. You want your life to change, and you have to want it. That's what you have to want. I can't do it for you. All I can do is be a prime example. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. All I know is I didn't realize, yesterday I felt like it was just Monday. Earth? No. They said I was crazy. Crazy was another word for genius. They said you couldn't be from Earth. You had to be from Venus. Then they asked me why I was so with them peaches. I told them because I hate peaches. You better watch what you talk when you're talking to me. I'm not special, but I'm not going to stand there and let it be. I'm not no dartboard, and I'm not no fucking voodoo doll. So get that understood. Anybody who's misunderstood. Act accordingly. Act accordingly. That's all I got to say. The weekend's here. The weekend's coming. You either in or you out. There is no middle ground here, okay? Nobody's being held against their will. And nobody's chained to a fucking organ grinder. So, nobody's got a gun against your head. So, you don't like what's going on, just rotate. Because if you want that bullshit, you're going to get what you give. That's what you get in life. You want to give out negativity, you won't get negativity back. Just like I did most of my fucking life. Until I fucking woke the fuck up. And realized I was playing with more than fucking... I wasn't cooking with gas. Nitroglycerin. When God told me, hey, Statesville... He told me, he goes, this ain't baseball, don't strike out. I knew what the fuck was going on then. That was divine intervention. He said, don't fucking strike out because this ain't baseball. Video, I don't make videos. I haven't made videos in 2 weeks. I do streams and shorts because I have people who have an appetite for this and they need this just like I need them. Sun, solar panel, sun. We coincide together like life and death, hot and cold, up and down, in and out, left and right, side to side. Let's not play around. You don't want to be the yin or the yang. You just want to... I know. Hey, how do you think I felt? That's why I did physical therapy at home. I went back 9 weeks early. I wasn't supposed to go back till motherfucking August. I went back 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Hell yeah. Doctor cleared me for my surgery and all that shit. Like I said, let a motherfucker talk shit. All you gotta do is look at my old content. Like I said, you gonna get nothing but solid gold facts on here. Actual factual. That's why this is about awareness, being able to relate. Hey, we're all destined for great and unfortunate things, whether you guys want to admit it or not. Anybody who's really got a brain would know. And anybody who hasn't been living under a rock for the last fucking 10 years. Sometimes you got your head in the ground like an hostage. Gotta pull that bitch up. Who's flirting? I don't see no one. Who's flirting? I see Mr. Earth Viewer. Hey, do you have a fucking digital carbon footprint? Because what the fuck is the whole up? You wanted, I want your mouth to be open when you take a dirt nap. So follow through with some other stupid shit, Mr. Earth Viewer. Because obviously I can tell you're a fucking spark plug. All you're good for is throwing at a fucking window. And maybe then you might not work. You might not share it to the motherfucker, so we just throw you out a window like a pot to piss in. Window throw it out of. Don't be on here acting stupid, man. You gonna get what you give. Just like in fucking life. Karma. Stop fucking acting like you want one. Grow a fucking pair. Stand up and fucking be somebody. Zara was flirting? I don't think she was flirting. You want to go back to work? I wanted to go back to work so bad. I did physical therapy for 6 days out of the week here. And I was scheduled for 1 day. I was scheduled for 3, but they triple booked me. Double booked me, so I was only able to do 1. And thank goodness for the insurance I got. Yeah, you want to know what? Hey, he's got his mouth wide open like he wants to fucking give somebody a fucking, you know what? Give him a dirt nap. Let him take a mouthful of fucking dirt while he goes down. Night, night. Fucking. And you want to know what? Fuck him. He don't even need to. He doesn't wash his belly button anyways. Everybody need to do the belly button challenge. If you guys maintain that good hygiene, you'll know if you maintain good hygiene. Take your motherfucking Phillips or your flathead screwdriver or your star and put it in there and pull that knot and take a whiff of that bitch and see if it went south of the border cheese. If that motherfucker got you fucking like you got a warhead in your mouth, somebody put some hot pepper flakes up then you know you ain't really taking care of business. Everybody think washing their ass is the thing. No, that's second. The belly button's first. Seriously. Not pop the dumb pop the blem. A dekido dido deg daggy go. Yeah, bye-bye, Earth Boy. Yeah, I hope since you're Earth Boy, you're eating a lot of Earth because your mouth was open like you wanted to give a BJ. Why do you keep acting like you on some stupid shit? Get the fuck out, you gone. See? And we collect royalties off you being in our graveyard. So guess what? You helping me trend. I love when people act a fool on here. I love it. But I love the people who are genuine and follow me because, hey, I don't keep up with shit, but I'll tell you this right now. My mod keeps up with the stats, and our drag wall, we got a lot of motherfuckers who been trying to pop their ass off. And guess what? All they got is nothing to last long. But guess what? I'll tell you the truth on something that's really good. I notice that every time I do a live, no matter how long it is, how short it is, how good or bad, how many people get dumped, I don't know. People are gravitating with deadly purpose, and that's what it's about. This is what it's about. Real life, actual factual shit. Historic events, mind you. Absent negative thoughts. And you want to know what? Negativity comes with positivity. So, like, you know, fuck all the bullshit. Like, you know, I'll let you know something right now. If you want change in your life, you will change. You just have to want it. And, you know, first part of my life was fucking train wreck. Most of it. I only got one mod on here. You could say, what up, mod? Not S, because I'm not no moderator. I don't have to be a moderator to tell somebody later. I don't even have to snap my fingers sometimes. If somebody jump out their body and be dumb and cause a ripple, then I'm going to make it become a wave. And I'm going to fucking burn them the fuck up and let that wave wash them the fuck out. Like a wall of dry leaves in our face. Because you have no substance. Hey, when people act stupid on here, and they talk that fucking shit out of that sewer and that hole they call a mouth, all that is hollow vessels with no substance. And you open it in a door you can't close. So when you start something, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it by default. I don't know how many. Hey, if I got to say it, I'm going to say it. If you don't know, now you know. What it is, how it is. You fucking right. What it is, how it is. With them over here. Yeah. What it is, how it is. That's what life is. Trials and tribulations. We all destined for great and unfortunate things. We're made up of good and bad. Half good, half bad, like day and night. Only most of us toss and turn because we can't sleep at night. But I work so much that after this fucking live, night. Oh yeah. I'm telling you this right now. I got that good, when I see motherfuckers on here jumping out their body trying to act like something like they're gonna start a revolt, you wanna know what I do? You wanna know what the fuck I do? I tell the truth. Sounds like one of these good problems. It looks like one of these good problems up in here. Fuck what you talking about. I like them good problems. I never ran from a problem. I faced it. I remember coming from a life basement. Now I'm living my life in the Matrix. Welcome. Get in where you fit in. On Gotti and them. On BC and them. On everybody. On my dad. On everybody. Everybody. On everybody watching over me. On everybody watching over you guys. We've all been taking hits. Life ain't about getting what you want. Nothing good comes easy. If you guys don't like the facts, I don't know what to tell you because I'm going to serve you guys straight facts. Like solid gold bars right out of the fucking Federal Reserve. You ain't gonna put no holes in this credibility. My credibility's straight going. That's why you're not gonna have me showing you shit. It's just me. And all you have to do is know. If you don't know, now you know. Is you get these motherfuckers on here get all fucked up and they're like, you need to go see the dentist or you're doing this. You're collecting government checks your whole life. Yeah. Go fucking flip a mattress and run a wall somewhere. You fucking spark plug. Conjure the fucking courage and stand up and fucking be somebody if you're gonna fucking try to, just don't be on that bullshit. What's going on so I'm sorry, I got whatever floats your boat. Whatever's gonna help you sleep better at night, just don't act stupid. You wanna act stupid, you do it after. Free will. It's number free will in here. So I'll let you do what you want. I don't. There is no, oh, we got the hooks in now. You either like what you see or you don't, and you rotate, because I don't make nobody be here. And I'll say it again. There ain't nobody being held against their will, nobody chained to it or grind, or nobody holding you at gunpoint. Nothing but free will here. I think some people tend to forget they have free will and they're on autopilot. Wake the fuck up. Hello? Hit them with a bang. Shit. Hey, I told you for the fucking, hey, I got karma, probiotic. They keep me immune from you motherfuckers who are idiotic. The ones who are idiotic. Because I'm supersonic when I drink that probiotic. Fuck what you talking about. You're funny. I gotta keep hydrated, and you keep talking dumb shit. Dude, I just got done working almost 11 hours. So you wanna know what? You're gonna take a fucking dirt nap. Night, night. I told you already prepaid for the plat, dummy. I already got your money. You helping me trend. Night, night. Open your mouth so you can take a mouthful of fucking dirt, dummy. Stop diluting yourself, you fucking chump. I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm drinking fucking Gatorade. I just fucking showed you. I piss one Gatorade and I put on rocks. Oh, I'm drinking. Get fucked. How about that? I could give two shits what anybody thinks. Whoever wants to be on here, gonna be on here. But if you're gonna be on here, you're gonna act accordingly and you're gonna fucking behave. Because if you don't behave, what you continue to see is what's gonna happen. And like I said, it's just another motherfucker that's on our drag wall. And I've never been in that. Like, you guys want to keep up with the dumb shit, keep up with it. You know, you guys going against the grain is like beating off with a fucking cheese grater. You better off just going in the shower and rubbing one out and getting the shower drain pregnant. Because you ain't conjured the courage to come and do this shit. If you guys gonna run that fucking mouth like that, I can imagine what the fuck you are in real life. Just like that one guy. Oh, oh yeah? Parachute in, motherfucker. We aim to please. We aim to please. And I'm not no badass. But I've been through, I'm not no voodoo doll, and I'm not no dartboard. You ain't fucking with me. I don't give a fuck who it is. Anybody can go down. I could slump right now from a fucking heart attack, an aneurysm, anything. You just don't know until after it's too late. Motherfucker ain't gonna hear the hammer drop. You'll be lucky if you see a fucking flash of light, like a photo shoot. Fuck what you talking about. Stop with the bullshit. My mod is on standby with that deadly purpose, absent negative thoughts at hand. And everybody want to act a fool. What, has everybody got drunk off that clown sauce? Let me ask you something. Is there something wrong with working 60 to 80 hour weeks? Because I'll tell you this right now. I've got fucking 50 something hours in right now. And I'm working today, my day off, nothing but OT. I'm working tomorrow, the next day. Yeah, so I don't give a fuck. You want to know why? Because I'd rather be working and have a sense of responsibility, sense of security, knowing that I am needed, that I'm wanted, than instead of being on standby and idle. You know what idle is? Idle hands in the devil's workshop. And guess what? The fucking devil works overtime. So fuck what you talking about. You don't like the facts? Move on with yourself before you take a fucking dirt nap. Because that's all you're going to get here. It's actual factual. If you don't like it, I suggest you fucking do something about it. Stand the fuck up and be somebody. Conjure the fucking courage. Stop being a fucking frightened child who can't light a candle at night. Because that's what I see on here. A lot of motherfuckers who can't conjure the courage to light a candle at night. Like a frightened child. Oh, and I'm the one? I'm the one? No, you guys just don't like how I'm just the ones who want to be. I think it's so funny how somebody 2 days ago, they go, how do you have so many subscribers? Why would you? Are you a fucking dildo master? Come on, man. What do you mean, how do I have so many subscribers? Because I give it how it is. If you don't like it, like I said, fucking do something about it. Stand up and fucking be somebody. Stop being a fucking coward. Oh, I'm serious. What? What you want me to do? I can't make shit. I got too much shit that happened in my life that motherfuckers have been through. This is what we about. This is what it's about. Everybody's been through something. You know, some people go through less, some people go through worse. We all smack dab in the middle. And who's got their finger on the pulse? Because all these people who come on here that can conjure the courage, it's so easy to do the wrong fucking thing. You want to know what's hard though? Living with that. It's so easy to go out and break into something or hurt somebody, but then living with it's the hard part. You might not think about it right then and there, but that shit will resonate in your motherfucking brain, and before you know it, your conscience will grow conscience, and then you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Seriously, you don't want to be on that. Like if I'm about trying to prevent unnecessary strife for y'all, for the genuine people who come on here. The ones who ain't genuine. Hey, you ever notice how the herd over here thins itself? Just like at my job. The herd thins itself. I don't have to thin the herd. The herd thins itself. Fuck what you talking about? Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to put on a fucking facade and a mask? Because I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. So I could give two fucking shits what anybody thinks, because unless they can come up to my face, factual, in the flesh, and tell me and look me in my eyes, straight into my motherfucking eyes, and give me direct eye contact, and give me their undivided attention, and tell me how the fuck they feel, it means nothing. You wanna know why? Because it's nothing but fucking hogwash. Straight fucking trash. Hollow vessels with no substance, no tangibility. Nothing but ignorance and insolence. We're about benevolence. I want people to start knowing that you do have a choice. It's not an ultimatum. You have a choice. Don't let somebody remove the choice from you, and don't remove the choice from yourself. Doubt is your fucking enemy, so don't doubt yourself, and don't let anybody doubt you. Time and patience is the true counter. But you got to remember, time don't wait for nobody. Nothing will fuck you harder than time. So if you're waiting around for something that... No, you got to go out and get... You got to go out and do it. You really want one? Shit. I remember when I was young, yeah. I was young as hell. I knew how to swim. I didn't give a fuck, but I still dove in the deep end. I'm not playing with you. I ain't got to pretend. I had to drop out of school because I was in jail, because every day was like the weekend. And I ain't saying like I'm proud either. But shit, now I make way more than the teachers. Now I could teach the teachers. I got tired of watching all from the fucking bleachers. That's why I became my own leader. Take advice. Rest in peace. Duh. I'm gonna let you know this right now. I've been traumatized. You ever watch somebody get changed like a channel? You ever watch somebody get changed? Somebody close to you get changed like a fucking channel? They dead before they're done, like Durat. You know, you don't see this shit coming. Like anything that happens, you know. What really got me on my journey? When my dad died when I was 9. I say it before I say it again. Well, I'm glad it was only one, because you want to know what? I took a lot of hits last year and the year before. We're creeping up on my second, the second oldest, my brother. We're creeping up on his year anniversary, his death. He was 41. And he ran a park district since he was 16 to 41. And, yeah, I ran that motherfucker for a city. Yeah. Rest in peace, BC. My bro. He was my half brother on my daddy's side, and you know, it fucking hurts me deep inside because it was so crazy. Like, his work ethic was undeniable, and then like, right when I got my job, you know, he's like, "I'm proud of you, man. You changing. You haven't been in jail in over 10 years. You haven't been. You didn't fuck up parole back in '09." He goes, "I'm proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you, bro." And our oldest brother, you know, he don't know him, and he's out in Florida. I hope he get caught in it. Like, as much as it might be angry, that motherfucker, man. I don't even want to talk about my older brother. We all got family we don't like. I can't say I hate, because I don't HAT him. I love him, but I don't get along with him. He's 11 years older than me. My other brother that died was 9 years older than me. I was close with him. My other brother, man, he'd treat me. He didn't like it when I'd run out, when he'd have his friends around, because, you know, he was a motherfucking junior. I was just, I still had a 75 kindergarten, so, like, he would treat me. I didn't like that shit. Oh! Somebody just took a fucking dirt nap, absent knowledge. I'm sorry, but when you go through fucking shit, you know what? There is no, like, sugarcoating this shit. I'm gonna tell you this. They say, people try to claim, Time heals. No. You just get used to this shit because there is no healing. Those are your wounds. Here's the salt. Fuck what you talking about. I've been to hell and back many times. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I have the vouchers. And I don't need to show them vouchers. Everyone knows. It ain't sweet, but it's fucking sour. The thing is, you come back from anything, you just have to want it. And you have to be realistic with yourself. You can't sit there and fucking keep fucking telling yourself you're going to do this and not do it. It's so easy to talk the talk. Walk. Follow through. Follow through your motherfucking actions. With your words. Because what do they say? Your thoughts become words. Your words become actions. Your actions, they cement your legacy, your destiny. Come on now. Let's get with it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Fuck what you talking about. You know, I'm fucking... I'll tell you this right now. You know, it's creeping up on me. It's creeping up on me like a fucking recurring nightmare, like I used to be. I was a recurring nightmare for people when I was growing up. And it's just, it's bad. It's bad because it's like time flies by a blink of an eye. Who's still alive, though? It's surreal. I've never had a license in my life. I just got my fucking license 8 days ago. Literally. I've never had a license in my life. Because I was the type of motherfucker just didn't give a fuck. Oh yeah, this is how it was. And this is real. Let's be realistic. Let's be completely 100% realistic. Anybody can get in a car and drive. You're just not driving legally. And I had that in the back of my mind, and I just didn't give a fuck. I caught a misdemeanor DUI back when I was a kid. I said, I didn't give a fuck about this. I didn't give a fuck about that. A couple years later, I went to the joint before that. But you know, you guys, people really want to know what's up. You know, my dad died when I was 9. You know, when he died, shit got fucked up. 2 weeks later, I started going to juvie. And I was in juvie like I was frequent flyer. Like literally, I loved it. That's how bad it was. I was like institutionalized, literally. What? Fuck, I've never been privileged. I'm a self-made man. Privileged? You're about to be privileged with a free dirt nap. Privileged? Yeah, you're about to be privileged with a fucking free dirt nap. How about that? I'll pay for the fucking plot. It's already pre-dug. Hey, your family gonna have to pay for the headstone though on my drag wall. Stupid. Stop fucking diluting yourself, you fucking chump. I'm privileged? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's right, because I'm gonna give it to you how it is, what it is. You don't like it, rotate. Motherfucker, like I said, everybody's so scared to check their belly button to see if they actually had real hygiene going on in this bitch. It's not about washing your ass. Washing your ass comes first. First is the belly button. Check your belly button. I want to see that belly button check. Who's got the courage to fucking do it? Because I'll tell you this right now. I know if I stick my fucking in and pull out the fucking bolt, then I'm not going to smell salt of the cheese like I got gangrene or something. If you guys really taking care of your hygiene, then your belly button won't smell like worse than an asshole. And yeah, you an asshole because I know you can't build no fucking sandcastle. So don't be trying to come around me with some tassels. I love when motherfuckers jump out their body on here. You want to know why? Because all you're doing is helping me trend. Obviously, I'm doing something right because I don't know what happened yesterday, but I had people thanking me, telling me, and I get this all the time. But the thing is, last night was like really warm in the heart. Like I had people going, I found my home. I love your content. You help me sleep at night. That's what this is a fucking about. If I can prevent unnecessary strife, that's what I want. And for anybody who's been living under a rock who wants or has no impulse control or restraint and just wants to jump out their body and assume my life in one sentence like a lot of these fucking spark plugs, why don't you just go back and look at some of my content before you fucking yap that fucking hole that you in your face, that in your head you call a face. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, all you guys are doing is fucking yourself up. I will guarantee you this right now. If you guys want to play dummy, I could give two fucking shits. We aim to please around here, but guess what? You will definitely fuck yourself up, not me. You will definitely fuck yourself up. And just like I won't be the one making you slump. That's why that's why motherfucking prepaid, because you got motherfuckers on here that just purposely gonna act the fool. Like, hey, last week, some stupid guy come on here. Misunderstood. I'm sorry. I don't want to call him stupid. I don't want to undermine him. He must be misunderstood. He's got to be one of the type of people who think the iron is hot even though it's never been plugged in, let alone taken out of the box. One of them real eccentric types, you know? He goes, all I do is lay around in my bed and hop from live to live and try to get people mad. Okay, you just admitted you're a lazy fucking piece of dog shit. Now I'm going to take a bag of Panamanian dog shit and rub it in your fucking face. Night, night, and that's what happened. And then you want to know what mostly happens a lot of times when these people, they think they're going to flip the script on me like a fucking pancake? What, you can't take a joke? It's not a joke when you fucking tell me that I'm a fucking burnout and I'm this and I'm that when I know what the fuck I've done. Do you know what the fuck you've done? Because I've got over fucking 50-something hours in right now. And after 40, it's all OT. So I'm working today. That's all OT. And I work inside. That's all OT. So fuck what you talking about. And I don't give a fuck about money. Money's always giving me a false insecurity. But when you got obligations and responsibilities, you gonna fucking stand up and be somebody. You gonna sound off like you have a pair. And you best believe. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I want to hear some real shit. I want people to conjure courage and talk to me. Who's got some fucking problems they want to talk to me about? Because you want to know what? I'll shout out Noah again. Man of admiration. A man amongst men. Like my boy Gotti. Rest in peace, little Mike Lee. My boy Gotti. He been gone too long. He went too soon. Long live Gotti. They took him out his glove. Fuck that bullshit, man. I can't stand how motherfuckers just keep up with the bullshit. Death by design. Death rotation. Like a crop rotation. You know, I can't stand that fucking shit. Everything that's going on is right. Why is it in our nature to destroy ourselves? Why as a whole, as a human fucking race, we are weak and feeble-minded? This world's going to hell in a handbasket. Tell me if I'm wrong. Fuck what you talking about. I know. So when you get somebody who fucking is really gonna fucking tell you what's going on, I hope you listening like you got a pair of ears. And if you deaf, I got shit that'll make a deaf people listen. Hell yeah. Fuck them. Fuck it. And if you want to keep on trying to play that stupid shit, go ahead. Because you want to know what? I used to be the master of that shit. Yeah, I used to be the master of disaster. And that's nothing to be proud of. I'm fucking ashamed of it. So you guys want to fucking play mine? Go ahead. I love obstacle illusions. Only I'm going to fucking compound it with editorial revision. And you really going to take a fucking ride. I'm going to let you know. Doing the hard thing get you good things. Doing the easy shit can get you bad shit. Karma's the baddest bitch who ever lived. And she going to make sure you even with the house. You don't get caught up by the work. I'm still paying with karma. I'm not gonna lie. Come on. I'm a middle-aged man, all right? I'm a middle-aged man. I just got my fucking license. I've never had my license in my life. They started me off on a permit because, like I said, I never had a license. See, a lot of people tend to forget driver license. That's a privilege, not a right. So when you abuse something that you don't have, they're going to make you jump through hoops of fire like a Barnum Bailey circus bear. And from 2017, November 2017 to last Thursday, I worked to get my license. But, 2 years ago, they put me on a permit where I could only drive 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. 200 miles within my radius. It got me my job. I went out and got myself my job. But what was fucked up was, during the summer when I went to go get a haircut, somebody stole that bitch out of my car because they couldn't find nothing worth it, so they stole that. And physically, even though I legally could drive, I got pulled over without it. Because I get pulled over and revoked or fucking suspended. I wasn't risking it. Not over that shit. I wasn't dropping the biscuit. Fuck what you talking about. I looked at the big picture in the long run. And I didn't like what was going to happen if I would have went with my old impulses. That's why you got to practice things. Oh, I am blessed. I'm beyond blessed. I'm beyond blessed. I should be fucking dead. Honestly, I should be fucking dead right now. Dead or in a fucking concrete fucking cell. Yeah, collecting dust like a gold bar because when you locked up and you doing man years, you're like you're a national treasure for the government. So you are a human gold bar collecting money for the government. Oh yeah. And the thing is, I've been to prison, but anybody ever looked down the barrel of like 40 fucking years? Anybody ever been charged with like, attempted murder, solicitation to commit murder, conspiracy to commit murder? That's not cool shit. Or like, somebody says they're gonna come burn you fucking your place down with your people because you won't look out for them for something because you know better, and then you go back and you fucking Molotov cocktail their house up, and they call the police on you. Yeah, especially after 9/11. Yeah, they hit me with terrorist acts. Class 1 felonies in Illinois, 4 to 15. When they got enhanced to terrorist acts, 8 to 30. Yeah, like I was, and I had no background. So they were trying to do me like I was extended term. I had no background, no number. And see, that's the thing. When you get a number, you have that number whether you go back to prison or not. The only way that number gets released and goes back to somebody is when you die. The number I have, yeah. When you get a number. And then, like I said, you don't want to be playing around. Because I'll tell you this right now. You ever look down the barrel of motherfucking 38 years at 85%? Have the fucking state's attorney look at you and go, hey, if you take the deal today and you keep your nose clean, you'll be 51 when you parole from prison. Fuck you. Fuck you. We're going to trial. You'd be amazed on the type of shit life would throw at you. Fucked up. I was ready for it, though. I was mentally ready for it. Mentally, physically, emotionally. If it was a spider that wasn't going to sit down beside you and was going to try to bite you like a dry gulcher, like a wolf spider, a brown recluse, and it was going to hit you with more punch in a bowl of juice, and when that venom hit you, it'd be like a head rush, like, whoa. Yeah, then you did the right thing. You got to understand that when they have babies, they have millions, they have hundreds of them. So, like, it's almost like what Tupac said with that generation. There's going to be a race of babies going to hate them ladies. And since a man can't make one, he thinks he's got the right to tell a woman when and where to create one. Fuck that shit. Just like right now, what's happening right now? Tupac's brain was a time machine ahead of time. He was ahead of his time. Just like, what was he singing back in the 90s? We got money for wars, but we can't feed the poor. What's going on right now? Come on, tell me the truth. Tell me if I'm lying, I'm dying. Fuck what you talking about? I'm glad you a good kid, Zara. I hope you're a good kid, and I hope you're a good young adult. Because, one of the things on here, and I have to reinforce it because my mod's here to do it, no minors. So, a lot of people, they get on here and they get cute, and they'll go, boo, 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 and then before you know it, they disembowel themselves like these fucking spark plugs, and then they go, oh, I'm 13, I'm 14, I'm 16. Well, if you ain't 17 or older, you can't be on here. And I'm not trying to break the rules, I'm just trying to tell you. You're rocking with a good dude. And I love y'all like good food. Yeah. You have a channel? Well, shit. I hit back at it. Shit, what you talking about? Yeah, I look at, hey, you're 35? Cool. Then you got nothing to worry about, Zara. You sound like that. You like me, like a Targaryen. Yeah, we almost extinct because because of the Dance of Dragons. You sound like one of them Targaryen. No, see, that's what I love. I love how you have the gun. I love how you have the courage to fucking be real. That's what I love. See, this is all it's about: authenticity and real. Like, real gonna recognize real. Shout out for Zara, for real. Real gonna recognize real, and guess what? We know we real. If you can't break bread, you fake. I know I had one up at my plate. And like he said, we was in the store, we got that 50-cent cake. Condoms I use don't break. So she can't tell me she late. And I've been in that race and I'm gonna win and I can't wait. So let's get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Knowledge is power. Let me explain something to you, everybody. Let me explain something to y'all. When I was young, before I got locked up and shit, anybody I thought reading a book, I thought was a faggot, and I didn't know what a faggot meant. I just said it, or was a bookworm. I knew what that meant. You were like spawning. You had that thing IQ. You just loved it. I get on the bus and I would take people's, I'd rip it in half, or I'd smash the book in their face. You know what ended up happening? When I got locked the fuck up after my dad died, I was locked up. I read my first book. And when that happened, I hit the ground running the book. Knowledge is power. I use books to my brain like a sword to a whetstone. Your brain is the most dangerous thing that you have, the most powerful thing you have. And not because of imagination. I'm talking infatuation. Especially when you've got dreams and you follow me and you make them fucking turn into real things. Not hollow vessels, but vessels full of substance. You know what I mean, so get off all the dumb shit. No, I'm serious. Like, you guys gotta know, like, if you... The first book I read was Blood and Chocolate. And it was about wolves and vampires going at it. Yeah. It was awesome as hell. Yeah, maybe you guys should go out there and find it. Read it on your downtime if you got any downtime. I'm gonna let you know this right now. I don't want anybody to crash out. We all get stuck somewhere in a rut or a quagmire that we call a tar pit, whatever. I want to be able to prevent that. If I can prevent unnecessary strife from happening to you, then I know I did something good. And the thing is, yesterday seemed like a big success because I don't keep track. But God, it seemed like double digits followed me without absent knowledge. And usually, you want to know what really hurts me? But I love it. And I have to take it the way it is. No one's obligated to fucking subscribe, let alone like, okay? That's why I don't say nothing about it. But when somebody goes out of their way to ask me permission to like, I have to take that in the full highest respect. Almost like let's just put it this way. We all kings and queens. I'm on the Iron Throne. I will knight you. I'll let you know this right now, though. I'm sorry to Dane, though. I'd rather be a King's Guard. My cats are my King's Guards. My Tokis are my King's Guards. But I'm going to let you know this right now. I love how everybody on here that is loving it. I ain't crashing out for a minute. I love that. I love that, Zara. Keep it up, girl. Keep it up. More power. Hey, more power to the Tower of Power. Yeah. And remember, when you're getting yourself together, take your time because you're going to need at least an hour. Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. I'm with them and them. I don't give a fuck. Somebody can say what they want. I'm going to let you know this right now. I don't want anybody to know this. Or anybody to assume these assumptions that get you killed. Just like rumors. You look at somebody the wrong way these days, that shit gets you slumped. I'm going to let you know this right now. One thing that I chose right on that I knew that I didn't need to do, and they don't tell anybody in the streets this, and I'm going to let y'all know this right now. Anybody who didn't go in this, do not do it. What they don't tell you is you can be a man or a savage. You don't got to gangbang to be a man or savage in the streets and take care of your business. You don't make it to my age being stupid. I'll tell you that right now. My son, though, I barely know him. I know my floor and my wall better than I know him. I found out about his existence like 6, 7 years ago. Yeah. And I'll tell you this right now. He gave me some gifts, and I barely get to see him. But he is out there bad, and you know what? I pray for him every day. He's out there. He out there with the shits. With the shits. Yeah. He out there hard. And it sucks. Because, I can't tell him what to do. I never could. I didn't even know nothing about him. Like, like when you... Hey. People took baby mama and ran her off. I didn't even know she was pregnant. I was a kid. I was a fucking kid. I was in a BD school. Got down in the boom boom room, all right? So be it. I didn't know nothing about it. All of a sudden, she poof and disappeared like one of my friends. And then, like, years ago, a couple of years back, somebody's like, man, this motherfucker looks just like you. He just dark skinned and but he just like you, but he really cracked. Like, and it was crazy because when I brought up his mom's name, oh, man, ringing bells. Before I knew it, I was looking myself in the motherfucking mirror. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You can't tell, like, he wanted to kill his mama. He wanted to kill his mother. Because they told him I was dead. Somebody else told him I ran away. Nobody told him the truth. So I could understand why he was like that. It was almost like he went through another form of what I did, only it was right back. My dad died when I was 9. He was going through dialysis for 11 years. And he just couldn't go through it no more. And he took me off to the side. And he was like, hey, I got to talk to you. And I was 9. And some people thought it was cruel, even my family and shit. And I was just like, fuck. Like, he was like, hey, I'm going to be leaving soon. And I'm like, what, on a trip? I was 9 years old. You got to remember, I was 9. Here, you want to know what? I let you. Threatening 30 years my dad going to be gone. Threatening 30 years. And it seems like yesterday he just told me this shit. And he's, I'm thinking he's going on a trip or something. And he's like, no, I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm departing. And I was like, I know. Like, what the fuck? I go on Graham. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? He's like, I am. And the thing is, it's like anybody who knew how dialysis was back in the 90s, it was brutal. They didn't have it at home where you could have it on a backpack, book that, like none of that shit. So like, and he was on a donor list, and also so like, it wore him out year after year after year. Being hooked up to a machine, getting your blood filtered, getting all the poison and toxins taken out of it and put back into your body. That shit took a toll on my dad. And I had my dad for a short time, but my dad was the best fucking dad there ever was. All I know is he taught me one thing. He said, you won't ever let nobody get over on you. I said, why? He goes, because if you let them get over on you, guess what's going to happen? I said, what? He goes, next time they see you, what's going to happen? They're going to think about the first time they see you. And what'd they do? They got the fuck over on you. So I refused. That's why I was the way I was. And I still have that. I keep it locked in a cage because the thing is, at any time we can snap. That's why I release what I feel, because I'm like a pressure cooker. I release it because it's very unhealthy physically, mentally, and emotionally to hold feelings inside, good and bad. You have to let something out. And Zara, I'm going to let you know, I'm really feeling you, girl. I'm really feeling you. And no, I'm not cracking trays in your face, but you know what that is. I'm really feeling you. So like, this is all about people being able to relate and being able to prevent, and there's awareness. I just need you guys to know that you do have a choice. Don't take it away from yourself. And if you got people around you that don't have your best interest at heart, let alone theirs, remember this: you can't help nobody unless you can help yourself, okay? So, you got motherfuckers around here and they don't like your plans of elevation with deadly purpose, absent negative thoughts. Separate yourself. Let them, opinions are like belly buttons and assholes. Everybody has one, but do they keep them clean? That's why I said do the belly button check. Because it's not about that. This is what needs to be clean first, then the ass, then you can do it from the head down. There's a certain way of doing things because the belly button is really vital. What you can't see there is what will fuck you. And the outies are worse than the innies. With the innies, at least you can clean them out and make sure they're clean, and then you can timeshare them to the Munchkin people. Mayor Munchkin land, he fucking rents my shit out fucking 4 times a year. Him and his family. Oh yeah, I got timeshare royalties coming from the Mayor Munchkin land. Oh yes, yes Yerskis, yes Yerskis. Like yeah, I just want you to know that hey, Zara, you right. It is from the soul. It is, and you got. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. I don't know what y'all been through, but I know what the fuck I've been through. And I'm trying to let y'all in on something. You have a choice. You have a choice. You do have a choice. So don't be misconstrued. Don't let somebody fucking steer you off in the wrong direction. You're the captain of your own boat. Hey, when things are up, you'll never think you're down. And when you're down, you'll never think you're up again. So you find your fucking pleasures where you can, but the thing is, you have to know your limitations. A real person knows their limitations. Holding a grudge is like letting somebody live inside your fucking head debt-free, okay? So quit with that. Flush it out. For real. Flush it out and shout it out. Tell that motherfucker he wants something, he better come about. Almost like when you say, 5 times like Candyman, he can roll on your ass like an avalanche. Rest in peace of Tupac. Yeah. If you're gonna be that, you're gonna be actual facts. You're gonna pop up in the flesh. Otherwise, you wouldn't have these dumb motherfuckers around here that pop up on here. We haven't had nobody in here in the last, I don't know, 18 minutes that got slumped, that took a dirt nap, from what I can see. And I don't like touching the screen. I hate phones. I hate. Hey, it's in our nature to destroy ourselves. Technology is gonna be it. Motherfuckers don't understand it. Like, you ever heard eyes wide shut? That is a fucking slur for us from the 1%. Because they put it in our face what they do and they get away with it, most of them with impunity. But now we have the fucking case of the century coming. And the thing is, I knew about this shit years ago because if anybody really listened or knew how to decipher the cipher, and I'm not talking about fucking trying to pay the Pied Piper. I'm talking about fucking really knowing what the fuck's right there. They purposely put that shit in your face because we're too busy going from A to B, B to C, B to C. And while we're scurrying from one spot to the next, who's got their finger on the pulse? Fiber optically connecting every impulse in this world. Why do you think this world is built on negativity? Let me guess. I'm making this fucking shit up as I go, right? I guess I am, huh? You know what? I'll bite the bullet on that one. Because if you really fucking knew what the fuck is coming, you wouldn't be on one. I'm going to tell you this right now. Slow the fuck down. Take your time. Take it easy on yourselves. Seriously. Take it easy on your fucking selves. Why don't you stand back and look at the big picture? And start taking advantage of the things we take for granted. Like breathing air. We should never have to pay for water. But you know why we pay for water? You know why we pay for water? You want to know why? Because our bodies are made up of 75% water and we depend on it. You fucking run them until I'm applying fucking belt the ass with deadly purpose. I don't give a fuck. People don't know, you're gonna know. Hey, I'm not trying to be fucking stupid, but guess what? This is class, and if you don't rule of the ass, you better listen to the teacher because I'm trying to teach you that. I'm gonna tell you, I used to be so fucking bad. I was the last, pop out the mask without no mask. And with the mask, you want to flash, the last thing you see was a flash. And your ass got left slumped, dead on the dash. And then we go having a party. popping some shit because you bumping the party. And somebody come through trying to act good, we slumping them with no hesitation because he's slumping the party. I don't give a fuck. He had one. We had one too. He shot at me. I shot at him too. Guess what? He missed. Mine went through the tree and hit him in the head with boom. And I gotta live with that shit. But guess what? I'm not saying I killed somebody, but I'm gonna let you know when you hurt somebody and you finally grow a conscience, that shit is like a fucking itch you can't scratch. You gotta live with. That's hey, doing the hard shit. Hey, doing the bad shit is easy. Living with it's the hard part. It's like an itch you can never scratch. It's like a fire up under your ass. You just gonna. So you have to learn how to shape yourself. Because I'll tell you this right now, I used to think that shit was cool. You know, running around being a fucking terrorizer. I used to ring bells bad, and I've never gangbanged. I didn't need to gangbang. Like I said, that was one thing that was like, because I went to jail so early, and I was in there fucking killing it with the best of them. You know, I knew better. And then like when I went to prison, my reputation, I'm no gang. I didn't see no tattoos on me. I got scars from that bullshit. Because you know, when you hanging around with people like that, you guilty by association. So you might catch one here and there. But the thing is, you get what you give in life. Guess what? I forget people. They haunt me every night. They follow me around. And I don't like it. But I gotta deal with it. And I didn't do nothing wrong. I try to be human. The thing is, we all were made to sin. We weren't designed to be perfect. So we were learned to either learn from our sin or be ignorant to our ways and rinse and repeat, which is what they want. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Another fact. Another solid gold bar, all right? All right? You guys ready? When you out in the streets, whether you gangbanging, and I'll tell you this, when I was out, I paroled to the south side, Washington Park, all right? I say with my blick like I married it. That motherfucker was rubbed in my hand, so I didn't have to carry it. So when a motherfucker tried to run up, there was no hesitation. I was burying it. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. You guys just don't know. Like, you go through something, man. It'll change you in a way. It'll make you start understanding things, and it's like any second can be your last. So like, when you think you out there having a blast, when you young, you think you 10 foot tall and bulletproof. What do I see? What do I see? I see all the shit that I've done wrong in my life. And it helps keep me on course. That's what the fuck I see. Like I said, it don't matter. I'm not telling you I'm a murderer. I'm not, because I can't tell you I straight slumped somebody. But guess what? Hand on the rifle, one on the Bible. If they shoot, I guarantee that I'm gonna shoot back. I dropped out of high school because I was locked up. I didn't have rivals, but I was fighting for survival. You know what it's like? Hey, you know what it's like to fucking get hit? Not know it's gonna happen? You're not even talking. See, this is the thing. Death doesn't discriminate. Death does not discriminate, okay? So, like, if you think motherfucking bullets got names on it, you fucked up. You really fucked up. You fucked up in the head. Bullets ain't got no name on it. So when you got these youngins out there that got no direction because they ain't got no daddy, and mommy's trying to play both parts, or she's working double shifts just to make sure they can get by, what the fuck you think's gonna happen? Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the motherfuckers, hey, you don't want it, man. You don't want it. There is life after death. I'll tell you that right now. And I didn't have to die to know it. I came back. I was going to it, and somebody reeled me back because it wasn't time. Everybody has a purpose in life. And this is just a test run for what comes next, because there's life after death. Whether you guys want Whether you want to fucking realize that or not, that's up to you. Everyone has their own religion. I'm not gonna fight with that. What do you mean? What do I mean? I don't know. Have you been shot before? Have you woke up and had to learn how to walk before, tie your shoes, or you woke up in a fucking diaper and had to learn everything little by little over a fucking year? I wanted to roll myself into a fucking grave. Fuck what you talking about? Oh yeah, they try to work on me. The thing is, they wasn't pointing at me. They wasn't shooting at me, but they got me. Just like, you know, I was minding my own business. The last time I got shot, I wasn't even with no, I was taking a piss. You know how in the city, motherfuckers, you know, I'm right there. So like, all the gas stations locked the fuck up and closed up because all the motherfuckers who be in there trying to live in them. So I taking a piss on the fence. Well, in that alley, motherfuckers were getting into it, started shooting at each other. Bullets came through, cracked me in my motherfucking leg. Yeah, laid me out while I was taking a piss. That was the last time I got shot, 4 years ago. Fuck. Way past that, I've been shot. That's not what done me in. That was a fucking blessing right there. Try getting hit in your motherfucking head and having to learn how to do things again. Get hit in your motherfucking head and live from that shit and wake up and not know what the fuck's going on. Like you're a fucking, like you don't know. Like you incompetent. I had to learn everything again. And if it would have hit me flat out, my head would have exploded like a fucking melon. Like it would have imploded. It hit me at an angle and bounced off my motherfucking head. Literally. That's the only thing that saved my life, the doctors told me. Oh, hey, I think you guys know. Come on, dude. Don't be on here trying to be like, oh, now on caps. I hate that shit. Don't make me fuck. I don't have to. Come on. Hey, thank goodness God gave me a hard skull, or my genes did, because they say, hey, you fractured your skull, but it hit you at an angle. If it would have hit you flat out, you wouldn't even have had a head. We would have had to identify you from your fingerprints. It killed every hair root follicle in my head when it hit me, right here. What? You think I'm fucking capping? I want somebody to say that I'm capping. I don't even like to bring this shit up because it hurts so much. Right here. Smoked my, bounced off my bone, killed every root follicle so no hair will ever grow there. Got a big ass dent in that motherfucking shit. And you fucking guys think it's a big game. It's not a game. It's not a game. I'm not proud of none of this shit. I'm trying to teach you guys something. Like for real. On Gotti and them, on my brother, on Beast, on everybody. Like, come on. Like, you guys just don't know. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, this ain't it. It ain't it. Pride before the fall is what fucks everybody up. I'm not. You can say what you want. You can say what you want. You can say what you want. You have the right to say what you want, but what comes through is what you get. And I'll tell you this right now, God protected me. And people looked out on me. I just, some people just don't understand. They misunderstood. That's why, like, the people come on here and they start that bullshit. I don't dislike them. They're misunderstood, or they fucked up. They got to get unfucked up. I used to be that way. I was the one who didn't give a fuck. Like, I was out there fucking just doing it. And I didn't have, like I said, that was one thing that kept me silver lining. I didn't have to get, I wasn't banging. But I was with people who was, so I was guilty by association. So, like, guess what? You with motherfuckers with the shit, you might get the shit. And guess what? That's a cookie you do not want to crumble. Because I'm gonna tell you this: when I woke up, I don't even want to talk about it. All right? I don't even want to talk about it. Maybe one day we'll talk about that shit. If you guys really know what the fuck's going on, you see what's going on, lock in the database. because I'm here to teach you guys and help you guys. We're supposed to help each other. I'm the sun some days, and you guys are the solar panels, and you taking in my UV rays, and then some days it's the other way around. You not understand that? I used to be the fucking in the darkness. I used to be the fucking lurker. Yeah. You wouldn't even fucking hear the hammer drop, let alone a flash of light. You're dead. Your body be dead. You'd be dead. Your body just wouldn't know it yet. Simple as that. And the way they do people these days is fucked. You got these young kids that just hey, like me, I was desensitized. I had no emotion. I had no empathy, no remorse, no fucking fear. I had none of that. And I have it all now. And that's why most of the top motherfuckers that are out there slumping motherfuckers get killed, because when you don't have fear, you're not scared of nothing. So when it hits, it hits. It's over with. You willing to walk into 30 motherfuckers because you used to them all scattering. I'm telling you. Motherfucker think on that bullshit. Keep on with that bullshit. You gonna find out. It's gonna be too late. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I've been fucked up so bad that if it wasn't for what I have going on now and how I wanted to change and how everything come to me, I was like, man, life is what you make it. You only get one time at this, and this is the test run for what's to come. So if you have a different religion that believes that there's no life after this, I have to respect it, but there's life after death, okay? There is life after death. I don't know who the hell... Okay, Cody, you straight, man. You straight. I'm giving you fucking immunity. Whoever the fuck else is being dumb, though, is getting slummed. Dirt now. Cody, you fine, man. I don't know who said what, but I read your thing. You're fine. You're right. I'm beyond blessed. You know it. You want to know what helps me? Trying to help y'all. And if y'all don't want no help or don't want to talk or don't want to be part of this, nobody's making you be here. So you could hit the left or you can hit the right. You can rotate. Do what you got to do. But I'm just letting you know that I'll always be here for you. I have obligation and responsibility. This is a positive thing that I filled after I pulled out a negative thing. But there was that void. When you take a negative thing out of your life, there's always that void. So you have to fill it with something, whether it's another negative thing or positive. This right here is for y'all and me. Us. There is no I in team, okay? I am no better than the next person unless you make yourself lower than that. Understand that. You want to be a piece of fucking dog shit? Go be one. You're going to get what you give. But if you wake the fuck up and you put your mind at the task at hand, with deadly purpose, and you want to elevate, and you want a better quality of life, and you want to change, you can change. You know how certain motherfuckers, especially those fucking shit stars, those cops, those fucking tin stars, those fucking shit stars, how they go, people can't change, people don't change. Yes, people can change, and I'm fucking living proof. Why don't you go look at right before my permit expired, 22 hours before it expired, or 12 hours before it expired, I got pulled over 3 times within 11 days. And the thing is that my old rep is what got me, because it don't matter whether you convicted of something or not. If you've been arrested for something, that shit all pops up. So anytime I get pulled over, it blinks. Proceed with extreme caution. Even though I've never been convicted of a violent crime, but I've been charged with. And I'm not talking like heinous shit. I'm talking, just you standing up to be yourself on all 10. Like, come on. See, this is the thing a lot of people don't want to understand. There ain't no hiding from him. You can be in the darkness. All it takes is for a speck of light to come through, and it's going to, just like A breath to a tiny little ember will ignite a flame to give you the motivation, inspiration, and just to fucking drive through and break down that fucking wall. I hit the ground running and never look back. You know, I went to prison in '09. And like I said, you know, they were trying to give me 38 years. That's what happens when your neighbor calls the police on you and says you shot him. Yeah, you ever had your fucking neighbor call the police on you and say you shot him? If so, let me know. If not, you're gonna know. Because it could happen to you at any fucking time. You best believe, even if you don't own a gun. You think I'm fucking playing? Life is nothing but spontaneous and unpredictable things. Curveballs nonstop thrown at you. Trials and tribulations. Ups and downs. You have to learn how to fucking go through it. I'm going to let you know this right now. Man, I was so lost at one time that I just didn't give a fuck. Like, I was literally like, hey, if this is what it is, this is what it is. But then, like, when I realized I wasn't, you know, like, when I realized things wasn't going the way they wanted to go, I knew there was something weird going on. And then I was in the joint waiting to go away on my little 2-year bit that they wanted to give me 6 on because they couldn't get me for shooting a neighbor. And I've, you know, God, I was sitting in that cell 24 hours a day, come out, if I was lucky. I was there fucking 13 days before they sent me to Galesburg. And I'll tell you, they did that on purpose. They gave me a blue ID. I didn't know what a blue ID was. My cellie had a blue ID. And I thought it was normal because I had a blue ID, he had a blue ID. Blue ID means you're a security risk, which means you're automatically going to a medium max. Well, I wasn't a security risk. I was getting sent to prison on a non-violent, non-drug offense. So, you know, he's like, you going to medium max? I'm like, what the fuck? Sure as shit, they sent me medium max. I sat there for 13 days, 22 and 2. You know what 22 and 2 means, right? 22 hours of the day, you locked in the cell. 2 hours, you're lucky if you out. And that's if they ain't got the place on complete lockdown. Then, you know, that's what it was. We went on complete lockdown. I mean, all right, motherfucker, hey, breakfast got brought to you. You went to fucking lunch and dinner, chow hall, and let you come out to wash your ass, maybe make a phone call. And that's if you wasn't trying to fucking be with the shits. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Even that gangbang, my you know, 05 with the Molotov, you know, my thing is, see, this is the thing a lot of people don't know. You get hit with crazy charges and you beat them. Whether you take it to trial, they drop the cases. You beat the case, that shit gives you notoriety in a good and bad way. Like a tab of bad taboo. Yeah, I have one in high school too. Not getting a fucking high school diploma, getting a motherfucking GED. Because I was locked up so much as a fucking kid, as a little fucking kid, preteen. You know, like here, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at my nose. You see how my nose is not straight? It's been broken so many times. I got tired of having it reset because having it reset hurts more than it being broken. Literally. I just didn't give a fuck. Like, that's how I was with it. Like, see, nobody will take an ass beating anymore these days. Back in the day, you could get down with a motherfucker with James Brown, and after it, you shake up. You shake up, you do what you got to do, you do what you do, and you're done. Now these days, someone get an ass whooping, they come back with a gun, and they're shooting everybody with you and around you. And I don't have to bring up names, because if anybody knows what the fuck's been going on out there, they know. Because everybody want to condone the bad shit. Fuck the bad shit. I'm not no fucking man from that shit, but it shaped me into who I am today. It turned me into who I am today. A productive citizen. Somebody who takes care of his fucking responsibilities and obligations. I'm self-efficient. I don't depend on nobody but myself. Like I said, you can't help nobody unless you can help yourself. And believe me, I look out for people. There's so many people though that shouldn't even be gone. In my mind, though. In my mind. And I sit there and I blame myself for some of it. Because I should have been, I was supposed to be there. And I couldn't make it. Like one night, when my boy Mike, my little Mike got killed. Back in 2011, a week before his 23rd birthday. He got locked up when he was 15. They charged him as an adult. Attempted murder. They charged him as an adult. And he ended up, copping out and getting it broke down to aggravated battery with a firearm. And they give him 12 at 85. Sometimes going through the hardest shit in your life, you find, hey, you know how they say, diamonds in the rough? You find them gems in the rough. That was my guy, man. That was my brother. I fucking love him. I think about everything he's done for me, everything he taught, and everything that happened, and it's like it's fucked up. He was trying to make up for lost time. His high school sweetheart, my sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, and she's stronger than me, man. She's stronger than me. Like, I couldn't believe, like, when that shit went down, like, I get this, I'm like, calling her, I'm like, the fuck, mama always hit me back, and then before I know, she called me, like, I hope you're not calling his phone. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Calling his phone. He gone. Fuck you mean he gone? He gone. Cops got his phone, it's in evidence. Don't when we call his phone, he gone. Fuck you mean what happened? He wasn't even out gangbanging. I'm not gonna lie. You a product of your environment, okay? If you don't know no better. It's second nature, like breathing, okay? Oxygenating your blood. Motherfuckers ran up and tried to rob him. He wasn't having it. They wanted to rob him, give him whatever he had. He wasn't doing it. They upped, he upped. He squeezed a couple shots off before they did. He cracked the motherfucker in his face. One of the bullets hit him in the head. When they hit the core, he gone. You guys just don't know, like, you just don't understand until it happens. And then, like, in retrospect, that shit fucks with you hard. There's times where you want to break down because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't even be here. And it's not that I know. He looking down on me. Just like my dad is, just like everybody I love. My cousin died last year. My fucking brother died last year. My aunt that got murdered last year. Like my great aunt that died, she just died from health complications a little bit ago. Like, shit. And that was all last year. Fuck. And, but with Mike, that was 2011. We did it in 13 years. He had one in the oven. He was trying to make up for lost time. So, like, me and him, he envied me in a good way because I had, just like my brother died. I had my first kid before he did, but he had 4. And, like, he gone now. Like, it's fucked up. And then we were, I was trying to get him out. Like, my grandpa, when he went to World War II, when he was on his leaves, he did 2 tours in World War II. He died when I was 4 months old. He bought land on both of his leaves. Well, we still had the land, and we were ready to buy a piece of it, pull him out the city so they could live the real life, get away from that fucking concrete jungle. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'll tell you that right now. And it's like the note that he's in heaven, I know he didn't want to see that shit happen. He didn't know it was going to happen. But he determined to me that I'd be damned I'd be under a reverend. There's no way I'd be laying down and be under a reverend. No. No. You know, when he died, you know, when my boy died, I literally locked myself in a room for like 6 months straight and tried to drink myself to death. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Somebody knock on the door, I tell them, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to feed you a lead salad. Don't even knock on the door again. I'm going to put it through the door. Before you even open up, you're going to get slumped right through the door. That's how fucked I was. I just didn't give a fuck. I was gone. I've learned to cope with it, but the thing is, time don't heal. Time don't heal. You get numb to it. You numb to it, especially when you take hit after hit. And the thing is, that's what life is. Life's not about getting your way. Life's about learning from your ways. Learning from the ways. You know? Being able to understand that you did something wrong and you can come back from it, but you have to want to. Because it's so easy to go out there on impulse and go, why do you think it keeps happening? If you think I didn't go out there and do something with it, you fucking crazy. I did. But you want to know what? It come to a point where it was like, I'm not in this. He didn't want me in this. That's why I'm not in it. But I felt so fucked. I was like, I gotta do something. And you know, like before I knew it, it was like, then I see his namesake. I see his little one coming. He ain't even there for him. I was there. I got to hold him. I got to hold him, and he was gone. I got to hold his little one. And you know, my youngest, I cut the umbilical cord and cleaned her up. The doctor let me deliver my youngest. I didn't know about my oldest, so. But my youngest, I got to deliver and hand him to her mother. So like, you know, that was a milestone in my life, just like everything else that's been happening. But you know, I feel like people could learn from this shit, because it's like, I don't want everything I went through to be in vain, and everything that happened to people in my life and it's transpired to be in vain. I want you guys to be able to understand that you can do whatever you want. You just have to understand. Some people tend to forget they have free will. And I know it's just so easy to go I got tired of it. I got tired of going against the grain. And then when I start realizing, like, I would be sitting there, like, wanting to commiserate, you know, just procrastinate and fucking just, you know, misery loves company, okay? And I'm not about misery. But back in the day I was. It was just the easy way out. It was just the easy way out. I'm not gonna lie. It was just the easy way out, okay? You know, they all talk about, oh, you can't cry. You want to know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And yeah, you know, things happen. But you know, you guys don't have to go through that shit if you don't want to. And I'm glad if you ain't. And if you are doing it, then it's God's will. It's destiny. You can't fight fate, okay? You can't fight fate. That's why I have no deluded illusions of grandeur of glory, okay? You guys understand that? I have no deluded illusions of grandeur of glory. I've been through so much fucking shit that I like I said, I should be worm meal already. I should be gone. And I'm not. And there's a reason. Just like, you know, my dad, you know, he been gone almost 30 years. And I keep him around my neck on a 50 cal. On a 50 cal bullet. He right here. He right here. Everybody got to do their own, but the thing is, if I can help y'all, I want to help y'all. Just like y'all help me. So I'm able to release. Everybody say whatever, Hey, that's fine. I already told you how this should be. Is that what you want? Then do it. You're gonna fucking find out. So I hope you ain't got fucking 3D glasses on because it's coming right at you. It pays to discover, and I'm not fucking talking MasterCard. Nobody really know how I feel. That's why I used to drop 5 of pills. I used to question God, but I get no answer. I used to roll around with that blick. Was I gonna panic? Everybody tried to convince me to get better, but I knew it won't. But then inside my mind, I knew it could if I wanted. And I know pain, and I can be dangerous. And when your anger's up, you let them emotions bust. And once it busts, there ain't no getting up. You can't go back from it. So you not gonna let up, or they might just slump you and leave you in dust, though. But y'all really need to know why the hell they take somebody you love. You gotta think, why did this shit hit? You understand. You're trying to understand why did it even happen. So you gotta get right with yourself. Even if you're on your knees asking God for help. Because I remember one of my homies was just trying to get some food. And it clapped him. And he wasn't able to defend himself because he didn't have his tool. You understand? Motherfuckers always ask me, what do I mean? I think I fucking told you exactly. Why don't you look at my face and you can see? If you want to know the truth, look at my eyes and you can see they're the windows of the soul now. So tell me who's real. It's crazy when I go to the graveyard to see homies. I feel like I'm going to see them in real life, but really they've already been dead. And I'm just going to see somebody that's down looking home. And it's crazy, but it's realer than a motherfucker. And back in the day, I used to try to get upset. But I knew my shit would leave a person wet. So if they fucking mention in the Twitter, yeah, then we gonna pull up because we want them filmed, yeah. But I thank God that He forgives us for everything that we done, all those disses. Especially when we didn't have no Christmas. And motherfuckers used to think that we wasn't into nothing. We all have things that we have to do. Actions have reactions. So if you think it ain't gonna come back, you better stop laughing because when that shit happens, it'll happen so fast you won't even know what happened until after it happened. Just know. Just know. You wanna know what makes us so blissful and full of benevolence? That we get to choose what we do. We're half bad and good. We're made up of half bad and good, like day and night, okay? Hot and cold, like I said. But we have free will. So we get to decide what we administer. Good and bad. So you either learn from your shit or you fucking go. And if that's how to wait, that's your destiny. You put it in. You can take bad you can get good things out of bad things and vice versa. That's how it goes. Positive, negative. And I'll tell hey, Kamate. Up, up, up. Come on. Up. Good girl. That's one of my king's guards. Because I'm the king of the Iron Throne. This is Myra. She would be commander of the King's Guard, but her dad is. Yes, this is Myra. Very, 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 very loyal. And she's ready to fucking apply belt with ass. Only she's gonna fucking take her claws and rip flesh from bone. And then she's gonna break bone down to drain marrow. Like a fucking vampire. I'm not Count Chowky in this bitch, but you guys ever heard of King Midas? Notice how he said everything he touched turned to gold? Well, if you fuck with me and turn me into and make me break that lock, let that beast I'll bite you, fucking turn you, and then drain you down to gold, liquefy you Because I just don't give a fuck when it comes to other things that be getting stuck or misconstrued or getting fucked up because somebody wants to consider to say they know what I'm on. I'm telling you what's up. I'm no better than the next person. You make yourself fucking shitty, then you're a shit stain. You want to be on the Oregon Trail and die of dysentery? Fine. When that shitstorm comes, you better hope you don't develop shit rot because then you're gonna get shit healed. You're gonna develop shit rot, and then you're gonna die of dysentery. And nobody dies of dysentery these days unless you're in a third world country. So if you want to be on the Oregon Trail, when you get up to that fucking those mountains, you better have those Arctic pine wheels because we ain't playing. Motherfucker, I hit your ass like a mannequin. Headshot, leg shot, better shot, down your body so it's a mannequin. Yeah. Your heart so it'll be blooding up and have your shit look like a fucking Ferris wheel. And you think it's crazy? You don't even know what place. People thought I was so crazy. They did want to label me crazy, like heinous, John Wayne Gacy, even though I didn't do nothing like that. But I was right there, right there. So if you went to tit that tat, then I was right there to lay you out flat on a pallet. Yeah. And that don't make me a man. That just make me a human. You gotta understand. You gotta remember a couple things, yeah. You have to perceive and underceive other things that you got to understand in the plan. And premeditation can be a lifesaver. But if you do it for the negative, it won't hit. They're going to use it against you. And if you think you get life, you might just get the fucking death penalty besides what state you be in. That's one thing. Illinois dissolved the death penalty in 05, right? You still get the death penalty if you cop a case and the feds got you? Shit. That don't stop the feds from giving you the death penalty. Just like they get, like they did to Gotti. Come on. Not my boy, but John Gotti. My boy's guy my guy's name on the street was Gotti, okay? I call young mind. His street name was Gotti, but John Gotti. He ran New York, right? The Gambinos, right? But look what they did to him when they finally got him after he beat all them cases, no matter how he beat them. Remember what they said? Oh, the Teflon Don. Now he's got Velcro and all the charges stick, okay? It happened. Actual factual, okay? He was out of fucking what? He was out of one of the boroughs in New York. One of the 5 boroughs. Guess where they sent him? Where I live at. Where we had a Supermax at the time. Marion. So his people had to make that big commute because the feds was like, we're not going to keep you around here. We're not going to keep you in Clinton or Tracy or fucking, Petersburg. Any of that shit. Victorville. That would have been close for him. They sent him to Illinois. They sent him to Marion. His people had to drive hours and hours and hours to see his ass. And believe me, that was rough, even though, they had money, but still, your time is worth more than anything. You can't get that shit back, so you have to start fucking learning. You have to learn. And the thing is, when you stand on principles and you have morals, it don't matter whether it's good or bad. You roll with it. And what did he say? What did they have him saying? I don't give a fuck what it is. It could be one day from here, a million years. I'm going to be close to Nostra for my life. And that's what he was. Why do you think he didn't snitch on nobody? Even though his underboss did. And look what happened to his underboss. He out there making money now off of his blood and everything he done. All the orders that were given down to him. He got hit with 24 fucking murders? When they pulled him over, he had a body in the trunk. Guns, all sorts of shit. Because him and Scarfo's nephew, Leonetti. Leonetti was supposed to fucking testify at fucking Gotti's trial because Leonetti knew a lot. He was the underboss of the Scarfos. Okay? And Scarfo was a rough motherfucker. He didn't have a conscience. That's why his mother called him the tumor. Yeah. But Listen, when they grab Sammy Gravano, they fuck with the bull, you get the horns. Hey, that was like getting struck by lightning and winning the lottery at the same time. It just doesn't happen. So when it happened for the Alphabet Boys, shit. Of course they were gonna give them a deal of a lifetime, but how the fuck do you think the families of the victims felt? 24 motherfuckers he admitted on capping. Didn't matter whether Gotti sent down the dead. They all they want to do is put Gotti away. Do you think they reprieved them families? Do you think them families got any fucking sense of any tangibility from that sense? They can sleep at night? Fuck no. They just watch this motherfucker fucking admit that he whacked out 24 motherfuckers and he got, we're giving you a 5-piece and look what he did. Look what he did. And he's still killing it. Later on, he goes to Arizona with his family, starts a drug ring, and gets popped by the Alphabet Boys again. Just not the FBI, the DEA, the Alphabet Boys. Like I said, the FBI, ATF, DEA, IRS, whoever the fuck you want to call them. Them people. And look what happened. And now he's out, and the thing is, he's got a purpose too. That's why he's still alive. And he's still got a standing hit on him. It's common knowledge. He got eyes in the back of his head. He not in WITSEC. Him doing this podcast, if you think there's still not a standing by, all it takes is for him to catch him at the right place at the wrong time. That's all it takes. That shit was set in stone the minute he fucking sent Homie away, because Homie could have easily flipped. But he didn't, because he stood on morals. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not condoning it. I'm just letting you know, if you stand for something, you stand on it. If you have a belief, you're going to stand on it, good or bad. That don't make you, I feel like sometimes I talk into the wall. I get more reception from the fucking wall. I can tell everyone's quiet because they're taking this shit in. That's a good thing. I don't give a fuck about likes. I just want people to know that they got somewhere to come to. They need some closure, and they need to talk to me. Because I need to talk to y'all. But you gotta understand something. Life can fuck you in a split fucking fast light. Even if you got your Nikes on. And believe me, I used to roll around with that FP and stomp out motherfuckers with my Jordan SPs. Shit, I still rock these motherfuckers. I still rock my SPs. Fuck what you talking about. My Jordan 6 SPs. Fuck what you talking about. And I got a brand new pair of them in the box. I'm a sneakerhead. Everybody got to have a vice. You don't have to be self-destructive, but you can still have what you want. Those things came out in 2019. Those sold out like hotcakes. I bought 2 pairs. Those are my gun runners. I'll stomp a motherfucker out with my SPs if I have to. But it has to be like somebody who went past the equator line. Like, push the envelope. I've already warned you. Don't do it. I don't want to have to. The last thing I want to do is pluck a hair on somebody's head. I don't even try to entertain the thought. You want to know why? Because I've been able to condition myself out of what I was used to. Being locked the fuck up. Being on that bullshit. Love and misery. Hey. This might sound sick, but I'm going to say it. When I'd see blood, it'd give me a hard on. Yeah, when I'd inflict damage and I'd see blood, it would make me hard. It would make me alright. Oh yeah. It wouldn't make me want them. It would get my juices flowing. Oh yeah. Endorphins, the dopamine, the adrenaline. Oh yeah, the glands would just release it. Oh yeah. And I'd be feeling it. There is no pain but you're receiving. On the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. The misunderstood, your lips moving, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, my dad I caught a fever. I couldn't believe it was gone, but my hands felt like two balloons. Before I knew it, I felt like I was doomed. Locked up in juvie so much that my birthdays came in and through. My present was a bag from the government. My mom would be there to tell me it's okay, you'll make it through this shit. But if you're here to say that you can relate, then prove to me that you can. Otherwise, I suggest you fucking rotate. And now I slowly feel like I'm comfortably numb. Hello, is there anybody out there? Not if you hear me. Or is it just myself? Relax. Give yourself some attention. Or you need some invention to bring back yourself. You know, things can just happen. Before you know it, you start snapping. You blow a gasket before you. You must understand what I am saying. This is real life, no fiction. I'm not playing. They could claim they were coming through in waves. But I could tell you when that shit's rolling through your veins, the adrenaline make you bust out without a doubt. You would not be thinking before you act right out now. I'm lucky I'm not sitting in a cell or in a box like Worm Meal getting it out. Because you better think before you act, otherwise you'll be doing a lot of thinking. And that's if you're lucky and you not dead, permanently sleeping. Yeah, I seen something out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I turned and stride and knew it wasn't right. And like they said, was not here, but I wasn't afraid. I had no fear. I was desensitized from when I was little, but now I'm not even near the opposite of what it was when I was there. So be aware that any second can be your last unless you don't care. And when I was a child, like I said, I called pleading right out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look and it was wrong. I could not put my finger on it now. The child is grown, the dream is gone. But now I finally come comfortably numb. So you know, if you really hear me and you can really see me, and I know you can relate with yourself, just relax. We're not talking about the pinpricks. We're talking about some real shit that we can relate with ourselves. You understand what I am saying? Because if you don't, then I believe that you are playing mind games with yourself, with your life, that you only get, yeah, one time. This test ride is for the real life that comes at life after death. There is death and life after death when you survive. If you don't understand, I suggest you sit down and look around. the trees, and maybe the ground. Put your ears to that and listen to the crickets. Let them chirp and let you know that you're not doing whippets. I seen people eat paint chips off the wall. That shit had me like, fuck, what you want? Before I knew it, I thought they was gone. But they picked that gun up and said, here I am. But before that, they done. The reminisce on the good and bad is some tragedy. But life doesn't coincide without death, so that's something you have to see. If you think it's a game, then roll the dice, because they claim life is a gamble, so it's your fucking choice. That's why you have free will in this life. So don't think twice before you reply. But now I and y'all should feel somewhat comfortably numb. I know. It's been almost 2 hours. In 14 minutes, it'll be 6 o'clock. I should have already been in the shower. But I ate. So I'm feeling real great. And I know we can relate. So we can continue on. If you love yourself and you love life, then think twice before you act or reply. Cause if you don't, your life you take an L. And that L might be so big that it'll be a loss in your life for real. Like you was dumped in a well to never be found ever again. To pollute the water that eventually go in the ocean. To kill everything that it's in. You need to know that things bad will happen. How you react to it is how you will shape it. Your life is your own, just like mine it is. But you can't blame somebody for something that you fucking did. You better learn to live with what you done. Cause if you don't, I suggest you go and run like you ain't here on one. I remember people point at me and say that I was the fault. But because they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, being real, that's what's up. But that's okay. People make mistakes. We weren't made perfect. We're made to learn from our flaws. So y'all need to know that eventually y'all can learn to be comfortably numb. So you don't have to do it, even though they do it. You don't have to follow suit. Just use your mind and listen to your body, your gut, and your heart. That's what makes things apart. If you have that feeling that things are just not right, I suggest you get right and get the fuck out of there. Because you might put yourself in a position with no deposition between a rock and the sand. And you might just lose yourself. You understand what I am saying? Because if you don't, I think you must be playing. I don't have to sit here and make up shit. I am telling you right from the truth, because I am spitting. You think I'm lying? And I suggest you open your eyes. And once that venom hits, it's gonna necrotize. You will be blind, but all your senses will get stronger over time. That's how our bodies were designed. Tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, then I'm dying. Otherwise, you faking it, you won't make it. So don't fucking mistake this shit for a replacement. Once you in here, you stuck with me, yeah. You want to move on, and you going to move to another atmosphere. I just want you to know you have a choice. Don't let it be removed from you or have somebody make you feel like it's normal. I've seen people get put batteries put in their bags. And if it wasn't like that, they got wound up and set off, yeah, right off a cliff, face plant, right on their shit. They didn't even know what happened. But the person made money and notoriety off that fucking slam. Made him look like he was capping. But fuck the cap. You need to be a captain of your own shit. And don't be hitting no icebergs because you know what? Let me bring up another fact. You know the Titanic was built to sink, right? Why do you think it never made a full voyage? And I want somebody to tell me I want somebody to tell me that I'm full of shit. Because I'll elaborate. Tell me to elaborate. I want somebody to be like, tell me to elaborate. No, I want somebody to be like, yeah, get my attention, so you're fucking right. Because I'm physically, mentally, emotionally scarred. And I gotta sit here and I gotta fucking make sure I keep myself. I gotta keep my head on a swivel. Otherwise, when I see somebody trying to do the double cross dribble, I might have to shoot them, make sure that bullet hits with the tissue. You're gonna hit with the gristle. Because we ain't got no ref with a whistle. So don't make me have to diss you. During the Titanic was made, it was death by design. Why do you think there were certain people who were trying to monopolize things, okay? I'll bring up a couple names, but like J.P. Morgan, shit like that, and then there was people on there that was more powerful than him that were threats, like John Jacob Astor. He was the richest motherfucker. He was almost like the equivalent of Marcus Crassus for Rome, the richest man in the Republic. They made sure all these people got on the ship, and they made sure it sank. Because they wanted them out of the game to eliminate them so they could take over and monopolize what they did. J.P. Morgan and all them. Like, I don't have... Come on. Let's not talk about fucking something that's... Hey. You think you preaching to the... Quiet? No. I'm the fucking maestro. And I'm no better than anybody, but you guys got to understand. Think about this. Think about it. You know, that's one thing I've understood. Like, I fucked myself up. And I was like the fuck up, but I found out a lot of things. And then I found out even more things. Cracking them motherfucking books. Breaking them motherfuckers down. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Like, hey. You know what I used to have to do on here, but I slowly have now to do it? Nail upon cross. Crucify people. With my mod. You want to see what I used to do? I'll pull out nail upon cross. Nobody on here is acting dumb, though. That's what I love. But you guys want to see what's going to happen next time I come on live and we got goofies? Because we're always going to have goofies. Misunderstood people. And we're going to have to apply belt to ass. If that don't work, then we take the whip. And we strip flesh from bone. And then we break bone down to drain marrow. We love all the little extras. All the extra little palm frites. Oh, yeah. All the little extras. Oh, yeah. We don't give a fuck. You want to act stupid? Guess what? You're going to get a stupid motherfucking prize. Just like me. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing until after the fact. That's why I look back at my shit and it keeps me on point because it's like, I was fucked. I should be gone. Hey, you know when my neighbor hit me? You know when the neighbor called the police on me and said, hey, this thing, he called the police. This motherfucker called the police. So I shot him. You know, they hit me aggravated battery firearm, right? Aggravated battery with firearm. 2 counts of criminal damage to property, $30,000 to $100,000. So I got hit with a class 1 and 2 class 4s, right? 3 days later on a holiday, they hit me with holiday court. I'm already in custody. I'm not bailing out for the 10K, right? All right? And guess what happens? They crack me with the fucking solicitation, commit murder, attempted murder. 2 counts. Motherfucking state's attorney wants my shit 1.25 mil bail. 125 grand to get out. Judge is fighting for me. He's like, no, you ain't doing this to him. Even though the same judge and state's attorney, I had no fight with the Molotov cocktail shit. And I beat that shit. On technicality. We can get in that too. And see, this is the thing. You know, motherfucker want, hey, I wish motherfucker would. I wish you would leave a child of wood because I used to be, I roll your ass up in that wood. Yeah, that motherfucker smoking good. So when you talk about that, homie, I have to say that he was good. But when they tried to do me bad, they were trying to pursue me. And it was election time, so they were trying to outdo me. And I beat that shit in 05. So when they put me in the same judge and state's attorney in 09, they were trying to hit me with the blick. These motherfuckers, man, hey, judge like, we're not giving him 1.25. He got a misdemeanor DUI he out on bail on, which I revoked him my bail on after what happened. Because this is, look, you gotta remember, I got hit with hitting the motherfucker, right? 3 days later, they pull me back into court while I'm in custody. So, like, you're already in custody and they go, oh, you got video court again. Or they drag you to the courthouse. You fucked up in the head. You're like, what's going on now? Man, they took away that motherfucking aggravated battery fireman hit me with the solicitation to commit murder times 2 with all sorts of shit. Anybody fucking seen the movie Law Abiding Citizen? Remember Gerard Butler? After he got fucking locked up for doing Darby the way he did? You know? What happened when they were going to give him fucking bail and he prevented it? On purpose, because he was a pragmatician. He could do anything he wanted. He could have been an astronaut. Just like all the fucking killers in the world. Fucking Dahmer, Gacy, fucking, who's that motherfucker? The Green River Killer. And then Ed Kemper, the co-ed killer. All them people had triple I, and Ted Bundy, they all had triple I IQs. They could have been anything but what they became. They weren't famous. They're infamous. They could have been anything but what they were. And and the thing is, what's sad about it is you can't fight fate. So, like, if anybody remembers Law Abiding Citizen, remember what he did when Jamie Foxx was the state's attorney, goes, I suggest you don't give this man bail. What did Gerard Butler do while he was locked up? He stopped. He started clapping and laughing. And what did the fucking judge do? It was the same judge that proceeded over his wife and daughter's case. Right? Right. And everything got shut down. And they're looking at him like he's fucked. The judge don't know what's going on, but everyone's looking at him like he's fucked. And he goes, you guys are about to let me out on bail because the judge, go give me bail. Even though state's attorney goes, we're recommending no bail. What does he say? You're about to give me bail and I just allegedly killed 2 people. You run this fucking shit like a fucking assembly line. That's what the fuck they do. And you want to know what? That's exactly what the fuck I did when they pulled me in the holiday court after I got hit 3 days prior for hitting a motherfucker. Charged for hitting a motherfucker. And all that bullshit. And the judge goes like this, like, the judge, like I said, I'll get back to it. State's attorney goes, we want 1.25. 125K. 10%, you know? Judge is like, hell no. Hell no. But they put me in front of the same judge and state attorney in 05. But the judge is still on my side because I bailed out. Hey, I got a bond reduction on that case for 3 days before Christmas. And I beat the case. Hey, the guy who fucking called me up and said he was going to burn me up and I tried to burn him up? Yeah, I did. I threw Molotov cocktails at his house. I threw them at him. I shot at him. I did all sorts of shit. I tried to do everything off him. He called the police on me and got me arrested. Well, when it come to trial, guess what happened? He was on parole and got caught with dope. And IDOC would not release him to testify at my trial. I beat it on a technicality. Like I said, God was looking over me. But back to Gerard Butler, when he stopped everything and was like, "You about to let me out?" and I suggested just kill two people. You're gonna give me bail? He told that bitch. What did he tell the judge? You think I don't remember you? And what she said, you better tread carefully. Oh, I should tread carefully? Well, you're about to let me out and I just fucking supposedly killed two people. You stupid fucking bitch. You jump on this shit like a fucking cougar in heat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what happened? He purposely did that on purpose to get no bond. Well, you want to know what the judge did to me when I fucking stopped everything and I was like, I did the same fucking thing he did. Same fucking thing he did. And the judge goes, I started laughing. I started fucking laughing. And he goes, what's so fucking funny about this? And I go, bail is a formality at this point. You have me at 100K, 10K to bail out. And I haven't bailed out. Now you just fucking pull me back in while I'm in custody and upgraded the charges. You took away the 1, you kept the 4s, and you added fucking 2 class X's. And you want to give me a $350,000 bail. Did I bail out for 35? I didn't bail for the 10K. What makes you think I'm bailing for 35? States want to give me 1.25. I was laughing. He goes, so what the fuck do you suggest? Because I'm trying to look out for you. I said, bail is a fucking formality. And he goes, what do you suggest? I said, fuck bail. He gave me no bond. Because I already knew I had to face it. I never ran from a problem. I faced it. And I got no bond on a holiday. No bond with extra charges. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And it was, you want to know what? I started going through rough shit so young that I got this motto, hope for the best, expect the worst. And that's what I was doing. Because it was like, I didn't have money to bail out on 100K. So when they fucking ramp my shit up, start hemming me up with more, because this is what happened, motherfucker on that shit. And you know how they be during election years. Motherfucker on that shit. I was ready for the long way. Oh yeah, I was ready. Oh, I was beyond ready. Oh yeah. I was beyond ready. The bail was, and the judge goes, whatever you said, as you said, no bail. He didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden they come at me fucking a couple months later with fucking 38 years, 85%. I told him to suck dick and strip cock. I looked right at the state attorney. I told him to suck dick and strip cock. I didn't give a fuck. I said, we going to trial. We going to trial. Yeah. That didn't go far. 2 weeks later, they dumped them charges like they fucking like a bad habit. They dropped them. They dropped them like it was full, like they were full of guilt, like a bag of fucking bricks. They dropped it. But they still had me on 2 class 4s, criminal damage to property, $30,000, $100,000, and I had no background, no felony background. I was out on bail on a misdemeanor DUI. So what I did was, fucking stupid lawyer comes, and I didn't have a paid lawyer for the case. I had a garbage. I had a public pretender. You know, PD. Yeah, public pretender. Not a public defender, a public pretender. A fucking pussy-ass fucking defender. He wasn't defending nothing. He fucking coincided with these motherfuckers. Well, I got some good news for you. He comes to see me. Pops up like a fucking mushroom while I'm in custody. Pops up like a fucking mushroom. Oh, you got a fucking attorney visit. Yeah, I bet I do. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't give a fuck. I thought I was doing 40, 38. You know, because I was taking the trial. So, like, they offer you 38 and you take it to trial and you lose, you going to get way more than that. They offer you that type of time and you don't take it and you lose that trial, oh, you fucking totally getting way more than that. On Big Grave and them. Fuck what you talking about. Anybody who's really had no real charges in life, they would know. Fuck what you talking about. Tell me you fucking to show me. And I'll show you. I've been showing you. These motherfuckers, man, they dropped the hard shit because they knew. I told them. I said, we taking it to trial. They set a date for 16 months in advance. 2 weeks later, the shit gets, Judge, I ain't got good it. I said, yeah, well, I got no felony background. I got a misdemeanor DUI I'm out on bail on. My bail, hey, my cab ride for the fucking misdemeanor DUI, which was in 07, my cab ride home was more than my bail. So what the fuck does that tell you? I didn't have to even go in front of a judge. No, I didn't. I didn't have to even go in front of a judge. I bailed out. They popped me out. They spring me out. And I had to fucking call a cab. And the cab ride home was more than my motherfucking bail to get out of that bitch. My bail was only like 200. My cab ride was 320. So, you know, when this stupid motherfucking public defender comes and goes, oh, this crazy shit going. I'm like, oh, yeah? Well, then you can get me probation. Because I have no felony background. It's non-violent, non-drug offenses. I have no felony background. I'm out on bail and a misdemeanor DUI. No doubt, I got you. Well, because it's the same judge and state's attorney, you know, when he went to go talk to the fucking state's attorney, before he could even walk back to me, the state's attorney turns around and goes, what the fuck makes you think that we're going to give you probation on, even though they're non-violent, non-drug, class 4s and you have no felony background? You just beat cases in front of us in 05, where you should be doing fucking 30 fucking years. What makes you think we're going to give you probation? You're going to prison. How long is up to you? So I was looking at 1 to 3. But they wanted to run it consecutive. Stack it like Tetris. Yeah, not concurrent. Because I had 2 class 4s. Class 4s in Illinois are 1 to 3, okay? If you're not eligible for extended term. 1 to 3. Well, they wanted to give me the max on both and stack them consecutive instead of concurrent. So the max, 3 plus 3, that's 6. They wanted to give me 6 at 50. I told them to get fucked on that too. But I didn't want to go back to court. So I flat out told them, I said, hey, I'll do the one. I'll take 1 year. I'll take the minimum on both. You run a concurrent. Because back then, you get, if you got a year, you do 61-day bit. You do a 61-day bit. Literally, you go to Statesville, you go to a fucking minimum, you do a month and a half, and you out. You sprung. Well, they wasn't going to give me the 1, and I wasn't taking a 3, so we come to a compromise because I didn't want to go back to court. I didn't want to go back to court in custody. I just had my baby, my youngest, my little baby. She's 16 now, threatening 17. A twinkle in my eye. What I would kill for at any time without any hesitation or reply. Like, you just don't understand. I'll let motherfucker boil me for days to make sure my dog, nobody get hurt. Like, I'll let somebody peel my fucking skin. If it came to that, I would let somebody carve my heart out of my chest, cut my shit open, break it open with a chest break. I don't give a fuck, because you don't live on unless you have. You gotta protect your future, your legacy. And I told him, I said, hey, you don't want to give me the 1, and you want the 3, and you want to stack it. We're not stacking, because you ain't got shit on me. You try to get me for 38 and 85, and you couldn't do it. Fuck what you talking about. I said, I'll take the 2 right now, but you're gonna run it concurrent. They nodded because it's all about convictions. They nodded because I didn't want to go back to court. I wanted to fucking get home as quick as I did. And guess what? Yeah, I copped out. 2 years on criminal damage on 2 counts, and they ran them consecutive instead of concurrent. They didn't stack it. They ran it concurrent, so I just got 2, even though it was 2 counts. I got 2, and I came home the same year I went in. Yes. And that was a fucking victory for me. And that was another blessing from God. And like I said, when I was in Statesville waiting, he come down on me. I felt it. That warming and glowing, basking embrace while I was in that fucking dark pit. I was on the 3rd level in C. And then before I went to Galesburg, they sent me to fucking like R. And I was on like the 2nd level there because it's like beehives. It's 3 levels and it goes from A to Z all the way through. From the alphabet, yeah. It's fucked. Reception, you know what I see? Before behind the wall. Because if I was looking at fucking. See, this is the thing. If you don't know your shit, you gonna know your shit before you know it. Otherwise, you fucked. I already knew what was up. So, like, that's why I was so fucked when they sent me to a max. Like, they were trying to fuck with me and get me to crash out. They fucked my paperwork up. That's what they claimed to me. That's why I went to a medium max when I should have went to a minimum right away, and I didn't. Because if you have 4.5 or under, you go to a minimum. Anything higher, 4.5 to 10, you're going to a medium max. Anything higher than that, you're going to a fucking max. Life? Yeah, max, yeah. Oh, yeah, you go into fucking Picnicville, fucking Big Muddy, Menard, Pontiac, Tams, Stateville, there, you behind the wall where they just go, okay, you're staying here, we're just sending you to the farm. Fuck you. I'll cut somebody's fucking throat wide open. And I threatened that because that was the thing. I wasn't being nobody's fake. But my reputation, even though I didn't thang, I didn't have to thang. It was my reputation. Like, this motherfucker, he out doing crazy shit. And on top of it, he don't bang. Oh, I wasn't I was the one motherfucker didn't want to hit. So, like, when somebody would try to, get too big for their britches, I would flat out in front of everybody, like, hey, I'll give you a new smile. I'll cut your fucking throat wide open. And I said it in front of everybody. So everybody knew because it was the thing. It's like, if you did it one-on-one, no, you had to make sure everybody knew so you showed the president. And that's how fucked up I was. I was willing to risk my whole life in a minimum over a fucking 6-month bit. And I already had a couple months in the county. So, like, imagine. Imagine if that would have went down. Or somebody would have tried to come at me and try to take my manhood. I would cut their fucking throat wide open. Or I would have took one of the arteries out and let them bleed out real quick. Because I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Knowledge is power. And when I was a fucking juvenile, locked the fuck up, I learned everything about human anatomy. Just like amongst many other things. Grab a motherfucker's hand and just, night night, and just hold him slowly and just talk to him as they go. And within under 3 minutes, they'll be done. Especially if you get them pumping. Like, you get them on the court. You get them playing handball or playing basketball, and you get their heart beating real fast before you actually inflict the injury. Oh, they're going to slump before they done. They dead before they fall. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Yerskis. Because that's how they do it. And I wasn't fucking playing. I was the type of motherfucker, if I found out somebody was trying to Vic me out or trying to size me up to Vic, I'm ready to fucking take a fucking thing and snap it, put it in your spine and snap that motherfucker off. So when I snap it off, you're going to drop like a bad habit. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you. That's how I was because that's how I was able to survive. Survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wanted Des to come home. So, like, I told my, like, somebody was like, hey, there's always a Debo somewhere. There's always a Debo somewhere, okay? Well, if I showed you guys my pictures when I hit Stateville, and then when I hit everywhere else, I never cut my hair like fucking weak, intimidated white boys would. I let my hair grow long. So you have motherfuckers like, man, he might look like a girl. Yeah, well, guess what? My reputation would cancel that out. But then you'd have motherfuckers who were so dumb that they would try. And like I said, I was with it. And like I said, I show you my parole picture from BNI, and that's where they send you before parole school to get you a picture taken. My hair was like all curl right here, and it was down to here when I paroled. I didn't cut my shit for nothing. You want to know why? Because that was a showing that I was on mine. Because if you were afraid and timid and you didn't want nobody to fuck with you, you were going to get your head shaved at Stateville. I didn't get my head shaved at Stateville. Hell no, I let my hair grow the whole time, and it was way longer than this. It was longer. It was shorter. It was maybe about the same size when I went in there. But when I come out, I had curls. So, oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had motherfucker try to size me up, and guess what? I told motherfucker. I said I will fucking cut your throat wide open. I did in front of the whole fucking dorm, and I was in the fucking concrete jungle, D wing of the county building. So like, motherfucker found out real quick. Don't play with him because he out there doing that thing, and I was ready to fucking on a fucking little bit, on a tiny little bit. I was ready to send myself away forever just to keep my integrity. Motherfucker didn't touch me. Motherfucker didn't even think about it after that. Motherfucker didn't even try to dry gulch me. And then on top of that, me locking in with my boy. Locking in with my boy, like it was been one. It was all one. I didn't have to be. I wasn't in there. I wasn't no send off. I did me. And that was crazy. They're like, man, because there was another white boy from my town, but the thing is, he was locked up since '95 for aggravated home invasion and kidnapping robbery. He wrapped his fucking girlfriend up in a mummy when he found out she was fucking around on him, and threw her in the crawl space after kicking in her door, robbing the place, and he was hiding in a doghouse back in like '96, and the fucking FBI and everybody coming over the spot with helicopters and shit. And for like 3 hours, they couldn't find his ass, right? And this is way before I got locked up. This nigga got locked up way before me, right? And maybe I'll put him up. Maybe I'll have an interview with him one day because he could tell you. Because we were locked up together. We were locked up together, and the thing is, he was like one of my brother's friends, but he was a rowdy motherfucker. Now he a truck driver, and he stay clear. When he first he got out 6 months after I did, and he did 13. He took a blind plea. He took a blind plea on his shit, okay? On aggravated kidnapping, home invasion, and a burglary. He took a blind plea. Does anybody know what the fuck a blind plea is? We'll get to that later. That'll be another day. Let's just put it this way. He got double digits at 85%. But by the time I got there and I paroled, he had 6 months left. Exactly. So when he paroled, he was out for like 8 months and got locked the fuck back up because he had 3 years of parole. He went back and did a couple more bits. He had a bit before that. So he did like 4 or 5 bits. But now he's been straight and narrow. And I give him admiration because, you got to break through that shit. You really want to change, you're going to change. But like, he was there. Like, motherfuckers, hey, when I come down, motherfuckers like, I heard you got 22 years, not 2. How the fuck are you here? I said, man. They tried putting me under the jail. I said, they wanted to make me national treasure. It just wasn't meant to be. And I'm not flexing. I'm just telling you. It's just how it was. Like, man. So, hey, just how you was on the outside, your reputation, just make sure you keep it on. So, I didn't know no better. So, like, I was on it. So, like, there was a guy on that shit. So, like, I had to tell him, and he was in my unit. And he would try to he would send younger black guys. He'd send like 3 or 4 of them to try to come up in your cell, hold you up against your wall. They wouldn't beat you. They wouldn't beat. They would restrain you, and then they'd break your box open because they have a lock on it. They would fucking, instead of breaking the lock, they would dislodge it from the slide where it would go in and then lock. They would pull it out of there, and then they would take all your shit. Well, when I found out that I was being targeted, and he was out fucking trying to be a sergeant like a bird. You know the sergeant birds, how they, they're... Yeah, he was out fucking huffing and puffing like the bad wolf. And I was down on the ground. He was up on the second tier, and he was actually like 3 fucking feet away from my room because I was up on the top tier. And Gotti was across from me. And he was down there with me, but he was down there spanking motherfuckers with spades. And we were eating free. We were making big dips and bricks. Oh, yeah. Off of Vicks. Because he was spanking motherfuckers at the card table. Yeah. He was spanking them so hard at the fucking card table they had to put the blanket out on the table because they were smacking the cards so hard that the COs are like, man, you gotta calm down with that shit. You better calm the fuck down before you ain't got a career, let alone a life. You in a minimum with motherfuckers that are ready to jump out the body because you don't know what the fuck we going through. We ain't trying to hurt the COs. We trying to get on with our lives. So, like, when Big Boy was trying to make his noise, I looked up at him. I looked up at him. He's standing on the balcony. I'm looking up at him. And I said, oh, yeah? I said, hey, you got a crosshair on my back? You got a target on my head? Come get it. Because guess what? Call me out right now. I'll come over there and give you a fucking noose. I'll cut your fucking throat wide open. And guess what? That shut that shit down quick. Because he went to go huff and puff and blow a house down. And his own people told him, don't fuck with that white boy. Don't fuck with him because he might only have 2 months. And you've done fucking 13 years and you've worked your way down to a minimum. And you've got 3.5 years left. Do you want to go home or do you want to die? Well, I guess he wanted to go home because I don't know what he's doing now and I don't look him up and I don't have to. But guess what? I straight up looked him in his eye in front of everybody when we were out because you have free movement. I don't know if they got free movement anymore in minimums, but we had free movement. But right after I left, there was a hole behind the work camp and the fence. But when you went through it, it was state police training facility. So like in the morning, you would hear them shooting and the wind would blow and you'd smell the gunpowder, right? Because I was in East Moline, Quad Cities, after Galesburg. Some motherfucker, after I left, went through the hole, stole a truck, went and bought a 6-pack with the money he found in the truck, came back, ditched the car, the truck crashed it out, came back in, got back to his spot, popped one of the beers and drained it, and when he went to go pop another one, they grabbed his ass. So that shit got shut down real fucking quick, just like they took away good time. Because right when you walk in the Statesville, you get 6 months right off the bat. Take it off. And you get a calculation sheet. Yellow calculation sheet. I can show you that motherfucker too one day. Like I said, I want somebody to say I'm on some bullshit. I want somebody so I can apply belt a motherfucking ass, absent thought. Because I know what the fuck I've been through. Do you know what the fuck you've been through? I'm trying to teach you guys so you don't go through this shit. Learning curve. All I know is I set a precedent, and I'm not no bad motherfucker. I'm just another person like you guys, okay? But when you don't know no better and you desensitize and you gonna do what the fuck you do. So like when that shit happened and then like homie just let off, and I'm not gonna lie, like hey, somebody want to ask something, go ahead and ask. If you think I didn't get down and somebody was like, oh, you don't want to catch a fade? Like in Florida, how they do the test of heart? Shit. They don't do that shit there, but shit, motherfucker try to catch the fade with me in the shower. Well, I ain't gonna talk about that though, but that was stupid. I mean, he was on some bullshit. He was my neighbor. And after that, he was straight. But like, you got people who are on bullshit. And they just look at people that don't ever judge a book by its cover. Because you're going to fuck yourself up bad. I did to myself on the outside. But I'm just going to let y'all know, like, remember something. You think you bad. When you think you bad, like Michael Jackson bad, there's always somebody bad ready to punch your motherfucking ticket. Remember that. Inside and outside. And just to let you know, it's easier to have you gripped and inside and outside, and motherfucker really have them fucking power and them strings. Because let's say that homie was like some send off from somebody who really wanted me knocked off on the outside, and he came at me and offed him. It wouldn't have stopped there. It would have kept happening. The thing is though, the minute that I offed him, if it wasn't able to be proved in self-defense, I would have caught a jailhouse murder. And I've watched people, I watched somebody before, a weekend warrior. You guys know what a weekend warrior is? Somebody who got county time, but it was weekends. They come in at fucking 6 Friday, and they leave at Sunday at 6, and they got so many weekends. So I watched one of them catch a fucking body. A fucking county body. Yeah. Defending themselves. Yeah. And they still got man years. We're defending ourselves. They end up getting involuntary manslaughter. 8 years, 85%. And they were doing weekends. Yeah. Motherfucker sleeping, minding his own business. Motherfucker come and try to take his shit. He had to stand on business. Motherfucker cracked him. They started rocking second robots. He cracked him. Motherfucker, he hit. His head bounced off the corner of a fucking military bunk. The corner, because you know a lot of places they're dorms. They dorms, so they got military bunks. His head, his temple hit the corner of the military bunk. Killed the motherfucker that started shit. Yeah, the person who opened the door got slumped. Like I said, homie that was sleeping, he was a finisher by default like me. Only I didn't have people trying that shit with me, so fuck it. Yeah, I did get into physical shit here and there, but it wasn't, like I said, motherfucker on the dumb shit. We'll talk about that one another time. But I've been on here way longer than I should have been. I appreciate everybody that been on here, good and bad, understood and misunderstood. I love y'all. You wanna know why? How it is, what it is. You can't fight fate in its life. If you can't fucking face it, you're gonna run from it and fake it. Well, that's not something I never did. So here I am. You get what you give. Remember, act accordingly and behave. Because if not, somebody's gonna fly belt to that ass. It's another one with your boy Witham. I love y'all. If you got anything to say, conjure the courage. Put it in a fucking comment. If you want me to talk about a certain thing, I don't give. I'll talk about whatever you want. Conjure the courage and say something. Put it in a comment. Whatever you gotta do. But it's another one with your boy Witham. And I got work on my day off because I want that OT and I'm out.